video is being sponsored by Level Up in Tech. Are you interested in starting a career in cloud computing? The Bureau of Labor Statistics reports that between 2021 and 2031, cloud computing jobs will increase by 15%. LinkedIn is also showing 170K plus roles related to the cloud that are currently open now. Also, the average cloud engineer salary is $132,000. Now, you may be sitting there asking yourself, I want to make $132,000. How do I get into the cloud? Well, Level Up in Tech has got you covered. Level Up in Tech is a 24-week comprehensive program dedicated to helping you land a cloud role. It will show you everything you need to know related to the cloud. They also have coaches that can guide you and ways on how to help you interview better. Level Up in Tech has helped many people start their cloud career, and they have so many testimonials on their website. Right now, Level Up in Tech has a triple guarantee in place by the end of November, so you don't want to miss out. So if you're interested in starting your cloud career, use my link that'll be in the description. All right, let me welcome everybody in real quick. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a special edition of the Textual Talk. We will be reviewing resumes, and we have none other than Tiara Swain and Erika Thomas here with us today. And so I'm really going to probably let them react to most of them. I'll probably just do my commentary here and there, but this is supposed to be, one, helpful, but two, to let everyone know what we deal with and what we see when it comes to resumes, and possibly why you think you applied to so many jobs, but nobody's called you back yet. So without further ado, let me go ahead and bring the ladies back up. Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Hello. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, you guys. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes.
All right. We got of course, a Philly fan all the way on the right. I don't know who Erika likes.
You have two Philly girls here.
Exactly.
I'm talking about, oh, you like the Eagles too?
We're both from Philly.
Yeah,
it's people from Philly that don't like the Eagles.
Oh, yes.
Well, that's not over here, not in these parts.
Exactly.
Just like I'm from Louisiana, but I don't like the Saints.
Gotcha.
True.
But
we're Philly girls, Eagles fans.
All right, guys, we're going to get into the first resume because I know people got stuff to do on Saturday. And I have taken the liberty of like pretty much, some people actually redacted their own info, and other people I just like changed their names and crap. So this person wants to be a cybersecurity analyst. So I also say the resumes as whatever position that they want to be. So blind reaction. What y'all thinking?
Okay. This format is very bland. It's given listing like what is going on. It's not giving any depth at all.
Yeah, and actually, Henri, can you scroll down a little bit more so we can see the rest of it? Okay. All right. So I think with this, so I guess you all, like whenever I look at resumes, I'm looking for three things. One, are you using the relevant keywords? Two, are you also like quantifying your experience? I have a saying it's called like quantify if you want to qualify. And then three, are you listing all of your achievements? And so like with this is not really telling me a lot. So I want to know in terms of like your projects for like this person, you have to elaborate a little bit more. Actually, a lot of it more. Look at this. Okay.
Here's the experience. I'll address this stuff from a more technical standpoint later.
Yeah.
It's too many bullets.
So he's quantifying down here, which is, well, I don't know if it's a woman or a man. So I'm gonna say they are quantifying right here. Mm-hmm. I think the beginning of the resume is probably what shoots them in that foot, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Because if we go scroll, well, I'll go back down here. Like this is actually perfect. This part is actually where he's messing up at. You just putting some courses or something you took and you just throwing objectives in here, and that's not telling us much. I actually, who did I meet with? I'm doing someone's resume, and I agreed on. I said, hey, you know what? We're probably gonna keep it at like a minimum 2 project type of thing, maybe no more than 3. But these aren't projects. These are some things that you probably did online, and that's what you did. It's not really showing an end goal of what you tried to accomplish. So that's why I don't really consider this that. It's pretty much mumbo jumbo. This right here is a total waste of time.
Yeah, and one thing I will call out too, like when you like whenever you guys might see like boxes and figures like this really honestly confuses the applicant tracking system. So with that, it might honestly be rejected if it goes into a system. So I would say that, and then also you don't have to repeat the same words. It's like you want to show different depth. So I would say for you guys like showing like directed, spearheaded, oversaw, like things of that nature, because right here I'm just seeing like a repeat of the same words: examine, 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 examine. So you can definitely diversify that too.
Right. And
these
it's
are
like
not even full sentences.
Right.
Also,
They're
most
just
of this stuff is
like
support
statements,
related
basically.
too. So a lot of times people make the mistake of being in a support type of role and having I think I know what they try to do, but they should just have I like to have people just have a technical skill section. And
Right.
then you can have projects that showcase you doing that or doing it down here.
Yeah.
Because for example, I mean, cool, you know how to use ServiceNow. I think you know how to do identity and access management. I know how to pick that up, but people I realize we went longer on this resume than any other recruiter will do once they first see it.
Exactly. And
That's
then
what they're not understanding.
also too, y'all should also be careful of the tenses, because I see some that are in the past tense, some that are in the present tense, and that can honestly throw off a recruiter.
Yeah, I tell everybody to keep everything like he should stay with these action verbs like that.
Exactly.
So yeah, consistency is key.
Yeah.
But all in all, this is, I mean, anybody on this panel could help you out with your resume. I am the person that deals more with it. I could help you probably pivot just because I know what you want to do, but this is not giving what it needs to give.
Yeah.
You wasted up so many pages saying nothing.
Yeah. Definitely condense this for sure.
So I just thought about like, okay, we're gonna do like scales on a 1 to 5 scale. What would you give this? What would you rate it?
Who want to go first? Go first. Okay, I was thinking like 2.5.
That's it.
Okay, 2.5. Cool. Now let's share this next one.
All right.
This is Kelly rolling.
Come on, Kelly.
Oh. Let me try to zoom in here so y'all can see a little bit better.
And y'all know I'm a little blind. Thank you.
I might have to open it up in the actual Adobe app if it doesn't get bigger than this for y'all. Actually, let me do this. There we go.
All right, perfect.
I think they want to go in compliance, and I think their background is education. So this is right up your alleys. I do think it's very wordy though. I see a whole bunch. I was like, that's a lot.
Yeah, it is. Like I also think that
I'm trying to focus on what I should be reading.
I know I'm trying to look, but I'm trying to find like the compliance keywords. That's what I'm looking for. And I don't really see.
I think that's their goal. So I don't think they have anything. Like I think so. A lot of these people like so the sign-up form is like your first name, your last name, what role you're trying to do, and then your resume.
Gotcha.
So I think that's what they want to do, but I think we have no way of knowing what they worked on or how they trying to go into compliance.
Yeah, but you know what though, there are definitely like I would say like definitely transferable skills. Like depending, I'm sorry, and I'm saying like regardless of your field, you can see like I'm looking for like regulatory compliance. She can also definitely mention like stakeholder management. You want to talk about then like what is your current compliance rating, right? You can definitely call that out because compliance can be. Like I have like a few clients now, like from the hospital side, they work with compliance, all the way to tech, they work with compliance too. So it definitely is across the board. So I would say, and then also with her professional experience, I would recommend turning that into a paragraph. And that's where your elevator pitch should go. Because what this is calling out is just like DI program manager, but that's what you want to start to talk about. Hey, like, here's like the reason why I want to pivot into compliance, or maybe showing, hey, I'm already doing this now. Right. So yeah. But you have like process improvement, that's good, but you could talk about risk management, right? In terms of that, so you guys can reach your compliance goals. But yeah.
Yeah, so this is all they got. Like I said, we're going to still see worse. Like I still think this is better than the last one. I just think
it is. Then
they got to market what they're trying to do a little bit better. That's always an issue I think everyone runs into when it comes to resumes. It's just like
making it transferable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes not even transferable thing is like you said, it's just marketing. Like they probably did some stuff even in their job they do now, and it's not there. I'm like, I don't want to see it was on the job description. Like, show me what you did.
Right.
Exactly. That's what it is. And it's like I would say, if you guys are going for federal, then you can like elaborate that A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all of that in terms of all those bullets. But for private sector, high level, only show your achievements here. But it's not a bad resume.
Yes.
Right. All right. So now we got J. Cole up here.
Okay, Jermaine. The other Jackson.
Now,
Jermaine.
I'm a blind react to this, right? Because I'm finna call Cap. You like, first of all, we actually, well, you know what? Everybody don't agree with this, but typically I don't really use summaries anymore. If you have 15 years experience, I would much rather call your section like a career highlights. So like a couple of things that will stand out that could be related to whatever roles you're trying to apply to.
Right.
But he has never did any cloud architectures type stuff. Now, why? Because most of his things right here say PC technician.
Yeah.
Owner, operator, service technician.
And he tried to condense it to one page.
Yeah. See, like, listen, I don't know if they use Canva or anything, but make sure you guys are careful with that. Because anytime you see these boxes, and I'm speaking because I used to work at a staffing firm, like some are not compatible. So I would definitely try to get a little bit more like simplified version than this. Because all those figures.
Sometimes simple is better.
Hello? Exactly. Because
when you try too hard, it definitely shows.
No, exactly. Because we know that recruiters, hiring managers, they're only taking 6 to 7 seconds anyway to scan. So what are you going to do in terms of your impact to really call that out?
And that's why everything really should just be flowing straight down and not all this other stuff.
Yeah.
This is not I forgot who this actual person was, but they want to be a cloud engineer. This is not showing cloud engineer. Matter of fact, J. Cole, you know who your resume is. The beginning of this video, I played Level Up in Tech. You need to go holler at them to actually showcase your cloud skills. Because right now, just because you have this and this does not mean you're going to be a cloud architect. Also, this is a certification, and the AZ900 is certification. You can leave that on.
Yeah.
That's your I guess that's your, I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's a bachelor's or is this a course. If it's a course that you took at a college, you can leave it off. And I would leave off A+, because A+ is not going to be seen on most type of cloud roles. And what you're doing is picking yourself into staying in support level roles. That's why your resume kind of looks like this now. So that's some things like you can't put all this stuff over here and then not show it over here.
Yeah, and not talk about it. That's the thing. I see it so many people. I was having this conversation last night. Like, you can't just list the skills that's needed to be in said industry without talking about it in your bullet points. Like, whatever skills you're going to list, you need to talk about it in a storytelling method in the bullets, because otherwise you're just saying stuff to say it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, what I would say is maybe the J. Cole can also highlight like a few projects as well, because it's okay if you're in terms of like you transitioning and pivoting into a new role. But like, as a recruiter standpoint, I want to see, okay, well, what steps are you taking now? Besides, of course, like maybe like completing a certificate. I want to see it done, honestly, because that's what's going to help you to stand out, to transition, because we already know cyber is already competitive. It really is. You gotta make sure you guys are the cream of the crop. Okay.
Right. Like, and I'm going to just put a PSA out there. We are not reviewing any new resumes. You guys had your time to submit these resumes this week, so we are not looking at any new resumes. All right, we got Lil Wayne right here. Wait, hold on. He's a doc. Let me get out of this so I can actually. Was it this person? I think it's this person. Hang on a second. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. All right, so we got Lil Wayne.
I love these names. Okay.
I can't even see Lil Wayne.
You can't? Hang on.
Here we go.
Okay. I'm gonna make it bigger. There we go.
No, I made it bigger on my end. So
all right, let's see.
I don't like when people, you really don't. I'm gonna tell you guys, I've interviewed at all type of companies. You do not have to break out your skills and all these different things. Just list them. I promise you don't have to do all that.
But you know what I do though? I kind of list it as like technical skills, technical tools, and then soft skills. I just keep it very simple whenever I have to do tech resumes.
Yeah. Well, I don't, because
solving.
I base it off of, and that's why I say everybody has their own biases. It's not like a right or wrong way to list skills, but I know for me, I typically base everyone's off of how I do my own resume. And I was like, if my resume can get pulled and I can interview at fame places, I was like, okay, they'll be fine just doing it like this. I try to showcase the soft skills based on whatever achievements they did.
And then can I also say this too? I'm already looking at the summary. I need to be careful using ChatGPT, okay? Because
hey, listen, I'm glad you hang on. You know what?
It will set you up.
I literally can tell that y'all use ChatGPT with this.
Hang on, I'm put it back on that. And let me. I just talked about that on people was telling somebody that on Facebook. I was like, stop. No, the AI talks like a robot. It's not going to give you what you want to do. Because somebody want to pay the price for a resume revamp.
Now, I will say this. If ChatGPT is there as a guidance tool, but it's not as copy and paste. And unless you know how to talk to GPT, the way to get the right results, you're always going to show that you use AI. As soon as you take those first, if you're taking those first set of answers or responses that is given you, you're done.
Yeah.
You need to really hone in on it and then learn to get a little bit more depth, because you should only use it maybe like as a proper way to say things, not just take it for Bible and say, okay, boom, copy and paste.
No, exactly. Because guess what, you guys, you have companies that are also starting to recognize when candidates are using the same bullets. I know a woman, she literally got this generic message that said, oh, it's great that you use ChatGPT, but next time if you apply, don't use it. Because they receive bullets. And so again, what Erika said, use it as a source, but it should not be end all be all. And guess what? Whenever I see now ensure, meticulous, right? They use
spell it for me. Spell it for me.
Okay.
Let me see if you use it in a sentence. Okay.
I got y'all. If y'all want to use meticulous on your resume, all you got to say is Peyton Manning used to meticulously carve up defenses when he played for the Broncos. There y'all go. Let's get back to Weezy F Baby real quick.
Come on, Weezy.
Actually,
but those problem solving skills, like when you keep saying problem solving, that's self-explanatory. Once you get to a certain point in your career, you don't need to say that basic line of problem solving, hard working.
I will remove all this. Like, listen,
because you know
that's I call that the does. Like Microsoft Office, G Suite, like we know we've been using this since high school. Like, show me what you can do. Like, my resume should not look like your resume. Your resume shouldn't look like the next person.
Yep.
Even if we all worked in cyber.
And I would also say too, like the skill is too long. You can honestly condense it because it's honestly taking away space from other contents on your resume. And also with this professional summary, if you want to keep it, quantify this, okay? Because guess what? This is what the first thing that they're going to see. So what are you going to do to really
your experience?
Exactly.
Your experience in what way? How many years?
Adapt that translates security techniques into expert strategies to take off.
Okay, enterprise environments. So I would even say this too. Like, think about ending with a powerful statement. Like, like, what are you going to contribute to this role? Because guess what? We see be over like thousands of candidates, right, applying for the same role. So what are you going to do to stand out? Because guess what? 25% of candidates actually make it to the interview stage. So now, honestly, if you're not getting it, that means that your resume might need a little TLC. That's all. So,
but sometimes this is just a sidebar. Sometimes people apply for roles that's out of their league. So sometimes it's not even the resume, because their resume is what, the experience that they have, and they can't really do much about it. But y'all are setting yourself up for failure by applying for roles that you shouldn't even be applying to. You're just hoping for the best and jumping from 68K to 100K with nothing to show in between.
So,
some people have been told just to, apply to everything. I will tell people if I think they have the skills relevant to do it, but maybe they don't have the years of experience, I'll say, hey, just apply anyway. Worst thing they can say is no. But I know you know how to do it. They're just gonna, like, sometimes the person, the hiring manager, they didn't write the job description. So it's like whoever sees it sometimes, and if you got a nice resume, you may get a call back. And that's when I say, if you really like the role, let's get on the offensive and let's track somebody down so we can get our resume.
No, that makes total sense. So if we're looking at this experience now, whenever I do resumes, I actually follow like Google's kind of interviewing skills. They're called ABC, but I call it XYZ. So if we look at WZFB, right? I like to say like start to think about leading with your accomplishments. That's the X. Y is okay. Well, what the hell did WZF do? Right? What did he do to get to that accomplishments? And then Z is what is your impact? So whether on the team, the organization, and user data breach, like whatever that entails. And so yeah, we got to definitely quantify. Yeah, I see ensuring, y'all. I see it. Oh.
No, seriously. Like your bullet points should say what you're doing, how you're doing it, and the impact that is a result. It's plain and simple, as much as possible. Every bullet isn't going to be like that, but something is better than nothing.
Yeah. I mean, I think for him, it looks like I don't know if this probably nothing. It could be the job description. It could not be. I think the issue is that the stuff that he's stating right here is high level, but we're not seeing what they said they did up here.
Exactly.
So it's like,
it's not matching at all.
Get us something like, what type of encryption method did you use?
That's very bland.
No, you're right about
how often did you do it? You know, like, is this an annual thing, a monthly thing?
Like, for example, you have people, if they're one part of roles that's related to like compliance and PCI DSS, like, why aren't you? And we may see it another thing, but if you got NIST SP 853 up here, it should be somewhere down here where you use NIST to come up with a security strategy or to be in compliance or whatever. It should be down here. Some of these skills should be down here. So if they're not, it just makes your resume like it's not that impressive. It's just stuff that you're talking about.
You're just saying stuff, yeah.
It's like word salad.
Like you can quantify in the form of a number, percentage, or a dollar figure. So like, how much money did you save, right, for mitigating these cyber threats?
And if you don't know, just make a number up. I would not be mad if you say, hey, I saved the company $50 million by preventing a threat. Cool.
Now, I would say, well, make sure though you look up like how much that company also generated, so it can match up because I do know some.
Oh yes, for sure.
Like,
it's not a Fortune 100 company.
Right, we're going to do a little fluff. Saying so. Yes.
Let's see what this.
Drop some questions in the chat too.
Yeah, let us know what's going on.
Do you feel?
Okay, they start off strong.
There's a question in there. Hold on. Let me see this one question. Do you feel like it's good to have a summary? I heard they aren't used anymore, that the experience speaks for itself. If you're 10 plus years, no, you don't need a summary. But if you're between that 3 to 7 year time frame, especially if you job hopped and none of your jobs flowed with each other, definitely you need a summary. But if you've kind of stayed in the same industry, like from college and you were like a junior level, then mid level, and then now you're kind of like team building, then no, it's kind of self-explanatory.
See, I don't know, y'all, because listen, I've supported a few C-suite and I did give them summaries. Like in terms of keeping it.
I think I'm different. I don't really put the entry level people with like summaries anymore, to be honest. I used to like years ago, but then I started seeing we started getting more success by me just leaving it off completely and just focusing on technical skills projects and their job description. So I mean, it's
I think it would depend on the industry too.
Yeah. I think industry and kind of what the reviewer likes too.
Yeah, because like those C-suites, they were going like they're at health tech companies and stuff like that now. So I was like, no, they need to have this. So and then also too, so are there like for this WZF baby, like does he have a portfolio at all?
He probably won't, because if he's at work, you gotta think about it, a lot of stuff should be sensitive information.
Yeah, I mean, but is there definitely a way for you to scrub it to still kind of highlight it? Because I sometimes look for look for that too, like depending on the role.
What I tell people too is like a guy asked me this.
Yeah, if he has like a GitHub profile.
Yeah, put it on your resume.
I was like, hey, everything you do at work, whether big or small, please just write it down. I don't care how big or small it is. Exactly. So when it comes to doing your resume, we'll have stuff to say that you did. Yeah. Because third party is cool. We deal with like third party breaches like a lot. So that's cool. But then he said, assess their posture using standardized questionnaires. What type of questionnaires? Like, what was it based off of? So that's what I'm trying to get them to drill into, the kind of skills that they are using to do this. But all in all, WZF Baby has also just been at the same company for a very long time too.
Yeah.
So I mean, good. I mean, you are in healthcare, and then these actually into pharmaceuticals. So you could probably go to another pharmaceutical company.
Yep.
And
okay.
But since he's been at the same company for a long time, he should be using that to the next level, like using that to his advantage, showing how he's been promoted, how he's been able to bounce.
I think they are, but they just aren't really talking about the impact.
Also, too, I'm also happy that you deleted that LinkedIn. Like LinkedIn, that's not a certification. When you take a LinkedIn learning, it's a course. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Just so you know, I used to work at LinkedIn. That's what I'm sharing that with you.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all check out my video on the difference between certifications and certificates. There is a difference.
Yes.
So look, perfect example right here when they were doing QA.
Yeah.
They told us exactly what they were using. Managed critical pharmaceutical documentation using Documentum and SharePoint.
Yep.
That's what we wanted up here with some of the things that you have listed up here. You didn't say, hey, conducted vulnerability assessments with Qualys. I don't see that anywhere on here. So that's all. I think you're just trying to really impress people with these two roles right here instead of just showcasing what you did. Like on my resume, one of my highlights is saying how I took when I saw from like a maturity of 1 out of 3. So that's a big thing. Like I do get called back a lot just because oh, okay, he helped do that. We need that. So you got to highlight what you did. You got to highlight your wins. Nobody gonna love you like you love yourself.
Come on, say that again.
Exactly. I say that, yes. But I always say, if you are not presenting yourself as a problem solver yourself, nobody else is. Nobody has time to put the pieces together for you just because you're saying you got 10 years, 15 years, 7 years, you went to school. Like, it's great that you did all these things, but you have to put it together so that it makes you valuable so you can stand out as that 1 in a million candidate.
Yeah. Like the one thing I will say too is you all should also have a clear idea in terms of what are the common challenges and problems, right? Because when you're interviewing in that resume should be answering that. Okay. If I'm a recruiter, whether you're going for like engineering, SOC, it doesn't matter. Like all that should be clear. Like I said, I would say like clear as day. So
we got a question right here. They said I have 10 plus years, but recently I was laid off. In my last 7 years, it looks like I was job hopping, but it was basically layoffs or contracts. Do you provide resume writing services? Yes, everybody up here provides resume writing services. So reach out to whoever you want to reach out to. I think that is actually an interesting kind of topic about. I've already made a video on job hopping, and then now they're saying about the layoffs. Honestly, real recruiters that have a heart aren't going to really care about that because one, inflation is crazy.
Yeah.
2, you can't always control what type of job you land. Sometimes people want to look at stability, but hey, I mean, it is what it is. If I can do the job, who cares how long I was there?
And you know what?
And COVID really impacted a lot of people. Like, you didn't have a job during COVID, or you had a job and you were working at the supermarket just because that was the only job that you can get. Then hey, you got to own that. But also too,
not necessarily. But go ahead. Because I was going to say they can also what's like relevant, or they can also show career breaks too. Though that's okay. I've done it before.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are scared to say career breaks or stay-at-home moms and things like that.
Literally just did one, and she's still getting his now. Like she had a baby, and I put it on there. She was then impacted by COVID layoffs. So I asked her, okay, well, what like courses did you take? Any certs? Show that's okay because life happens. I had another client, y'all. She was in a few jobs for like 2 or 3 months. I honestly just turned it into like project works type of thing because it's all about perception with your resume. But you did bring up a good point, E, for sure.
Yeah.
That's cool. So they said they switched from healthcare to fintech, but I've been questioned on the different jobs. Man, question them about just ask her a question with a question, and then they'll leave you alone. That's how I feel.
And you have to be very confident because that's another thing too. Like being in that position, like job hopping or part of layoff, is very discouraging. But once you own that persona of like, hey, unfortunately, I did get laid off, but this is what I did in the meantime. I was able to take some classes or whatever it is. Like when you show that confidence, they're not going to question you as a potential employee because everybody has went through a layoff.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just tell them you're trying to take care of your family.
They'll understand. If they don't understand, that's not the company for you.
That's not the company for you. Exactly. Rihanna.
Okay, Rihanna. Okay.
Rihanna is from, I want to say Rihanna is trying to do, cybersecurity engineer and I think they are in a different country. So I know the hardest part for me, sometimes people reach out to me about like they're like in different countries. And it's like I don't really know how to help you that much because I deal with strictly mostly like the US.
Yeah,
And
same.
Well, you know what, y'all? I've done resumes for people in Africa, London. It is a little bit different in terms of like what their CV looks like, but it still boils down to the same thing: having those relevant keywords, showing those achievements, qualifying. You want to qualify.
Yeah.
So,
I have a client in Dubai right now who's
yeah.
he reached out to me last night, but the only thing I'm very like advice friendly when it comes to international clients, but I wouldn't want to fully bring them on. I'd rather do like emailing or like a DM to say, hey, here's a quick like synopsis of thought process of what I think. But I don't fully do international just because I know there's certain rules and like regulations. Like Dubai, they need to have their picture on there. They actually have to have
like
certain credentials.
Yep.
Yes, exactly. So personally, I'm not too, familiar with that. I've only done one other Dubai client last year. But that was like a
that
random.
reminds me. I had one too. They just booked and my resume did look better than what they had, but this dude went out his way to bad mouth me on my LinkedIn learning course. It was hilarious. I think I remember. I told Tiara about that. If not, I think I got a video where I could showcase like what they sent me. I was like, what
Tiara, you know my name is Tiara, right? But
Tiara.
Yes. That's okay. That's okay.
I thought I did call you Tiara.
It's okay. I called Henri, and he didn't even cut it out the podcast.
Yeah.
Now people gonna think that we're really not friends in real life.
We are though. We are.
I just said it real fast,
so,
but we're gonna look at Rihanna real quick.
Gold says, do y'all only focus on cybersecurity and IT resumes?
Nope.
That's
I focus more so on
but
that.
Tiara and I, we pretty much do mid-level. I would say we're more mid-level in any industry, but you got to have something.
Tiara's big time. Tiara works with like C-suite executives.
She
does it. She works with like everybody. Yeah. I work with everybody too. I still know how to make a good resume, but I would prefer to help you more so in technical roles because that's what my bread and butter has been. And typically, when people come to me for more non-technical roles, sometimes I help them, but a lot of times, hopefully, before they actually like book with me, I just got them somewhere else because it'll make it easier on me. It is like somebody want a box and not finna go to a basketball trainer. I'll put it like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, that actually happened though. So it was dope. Like one of Henri's student. But is he considered a student or your client? Because I hope that his girlfriend.
I met them at Afrotech last year too.
Yeah. Like so she went from pivoting being a teacher, and now she's a project manager at a health tech company now. So you can do it too, y'all. Like it's definitely, but she put the work in too. I can't stress that enough. Like it was countless hours, meeting every day almost. But yeah, it was worth it.
I think that's like a separate like call. Like I have clients that we've been working probably like most of this year together, and they finally like have broken through towards like these last couple of weeks. So I tell everybody straight up, like you said, it's not easy. No. Despite what people are telling you, it's really not easy. You got to put the work in. Everything's not gonna go your way. I'm a decade in, and every job don't go my way. So what makes you think it's gonna go your way? It's just you got to just keep getting better at every interview. The main key really to succeed in landing a job is really just interviewing too, because you can get better with your skills. That's one thing. Like a lot of people just aren't good at interviewing or even understanding what they're interviewing for.
Yeah, that's true. Man,
the biggest advice for interviewing is to listen to the questions that's being asked. A lot of people just jump right in, especially that whole "tell me about yourself," which is a separate video. We'll have to do another one on that.
Okay, no, because you already know. Listen, they want to know what you can do for them. Okay, so you're right.
Exactly. But tell me, the interview questions. Listen first. Answer within the first 15 seconds of that question. Then you can elaborate on anything extra. But make sure if they're saying, are you familiar with Red Hat and Linux and things like that? It's either yes, no, or I'm working. Make sure you're answering that question verbatim within the first 15 seconds. Everything else extra, boot camp, classes, college, whatever, they didn't say that. They said, are you familiar, or how many years, or whatever. Make sure you're listening, Linda. Listen, Linda.
Come on, listen, Linda. And you know what I would also say to piggyback on what he said, because she's right. They were going to lose their attention, especially when people get those long star answers. That's a lot. Like, oh, that is a whole nother video, y'all. But I was just going to say, if you are about to interview, I literally, when I was in, I was in y'all shoes before we all were, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I always am.
Right.
We still are. Honestly, we still. Every day I'm interviewing. Okay. It don't stop.
Like, I would just say, like, just read that job description. Every line you should be able to call out an example. Because honestly, the job description is telling you what you're going to be doing, and that should be like your source of truth. Okay, like, so yeah, but when I do interview pressure, I'd be like 30 pages long. I get into the weeds of it. It's a lot. It's really intense, but it's okay. But my bad. So let's get into it. Who we talking, like, who are we reviewing now?
This is well, we're gonna go over Rihanna real quick. Okay, I think right here, Rihanna, this is probably related coursework. This is what it seems like to me, just how it's set up. This seems like this is related coursework, and then this is, I guess, professional experience. Okay, you know what? I ain't digging her format too much. However, I do like they said, hey, enhance GRC password policy, contributed to incident management workflows, manage Microsoft Active Directory, and like at least she's talking about the stuff she's doing. So I ain't really too mad at it. I don't really care for the format, but I like the contents of this.
She just needs to elaborate a little bit more.
Correct.
It kind of goes back to the first person.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they could. I don't think they have to go overboard with their bullets, because I don't know what roles they're applying to. Like I said, see, I don't know overseas or not, like if they're always requesting how many languages, no, because I would assume that this is actually a beneficial thing.
Yeah.
Because of they like hire overseas, they want people to speak English and all these other things. So I mean, outside of the format, I think Rihanna's working.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. The only thing I think about is that she probably does not need to write self-employed, because I know some people that may own businesses, they want to put it on their resume. You have some recruiters where they might not think that you may have to.
Oh, these are other. This is okay. This needs to be fixed, because this is other experience. Got it. Yeah. Honestly, this isn't even relevant anymore. I try to say.
Yeah, take that off, boo.
I try to say really the last 5 years. I actually got this from, shout out to the job father, but I got this from him. Like the last 5 years is really the most relevant experience and stuff that you can kind of talk about. Yeah, because I can't tell you about the stuff I was doing in 2014 and 2016 and all that. I haven't did that stuff in years. Yeah, but stuff that's 4 or 5 years ago, yeah, I can tell you about that.
Yeah, for sure.
We got a comment. Yeah. What's the yellow comment?
Somebody left a what you call it, a super chat. Let's see. Shout out to Dre Harden. Thanks for posting the actual resume. I'm in the program now and have never seen an official tech resume. More of this real time, real life documents are needed. Thank you. I appreciate you for the super chat, man. Appreciate you for the super chat.
Thank you, Dre.
Thank you, Dre.
Yeah.
What else we got? I think we looked at cybersecurity.
Good luck in your program.
Yeah, keep us updated how it goes.
Oh man, like see. I be want to do stuff like this live all the time, so I can go find that resume this guy reached out to me about. He paid some program for like $10,000. I swear to God, he had the worst resume I ever seen. Like if I can find it, I will upload it here, and we will. I don't want to laugh at it, but I want to laugh at it.
Oh no.
Let's see. Let's go back to share screen. See, this is why I got to do my dual.
This is another thing when you guys are in programs too, because I made a post about this too. Yeah. Don't focus on recruiting all your classmates and like cohort friends or whatever. You need to see them as competition, because a lot of time your LinkedIn is going to be your number one resource in your job industry, right? So if you're in a program, a boot camp, whatever, you need to look at these people as competition. I mean, it's cool to add them, whatever, but 100%. Your whole connection should not just be classmates.
100%. Because guess what? Y'all are literally sharing other pipelines to these recruiters. So what I used to do for my clients, I would actually take off view. Like, I'm sorry, like people also viewed, because what this signals is that like recruiters are reaching out. They're literally telling you the other candidates that they're reaching out to for the same opportunities. So yes, take that joint off. Please take it off.
Oh, we got John Doe right there. I believe they want to be a project manager, or they already are doing it. So I don't know exactly what role they want to do, but I know there's more y'all lane right here.
Okay. All right. Perfect. All All right. Well, I mean, so
you make it a little bigger.
Yeah, John Doe.
Wait, actually, never mind. I can.
Oh.
Okay.
He has some good like keywords in here. I would say scroll a little bit down because I know they're missing some.
The core competencies need to.
Yeah.
Critical thinking, problem solving, collaboration. What collaboration? Who are you collaborating with? Get that out of here.
Yeah, like I would say, like think about like working with like vendor management, supplier management. Okay, see this agile methodology.
Oh, they did the big no right here.
Right, exactly.
No one will put responsible for.
Right. All right, perfect. I mean, also, I would also say like don't forget to call out the technical tools. I don't know if John has it at the bottom, but we'll take a look. All right. Now listen.
I don't see any metrics.
I was just about to say that, and then scroll up a little bit.
Yeah, we do. Hold on. Don't fake on Big John. What y'all talking about right here? Big John got the metrics right there.
But here's what I want to just say though, right? Especially if like this project,
it gotta be right there.
Like I want to see like what's the project completed. Like, like I would say, like, what's like the success rate, right? Like, was it always like delivered on time at 100%, 97%? Call that out. Also, too, they're missing a lot of like key relevant words. Like, I don't see scope management, requirements gathering. I don't see full cycle because that's also going to be important as well. We got to get into it.
I don't see any type of project planning software tools like Airtable, Jira.
Yeah,
I don't see any of that.
Especially because this is IT, like Python, like what's up, John? What's up?
Especially as an IT y'all hear me being quiet because I don't deal with like project managers.
Yeah, this is what we do. So I've done project management for 8 years, so I already know exactly. So you already know, like fit in. You got to fit in where you get in, but at the same time, if you in IT, if you're saying IT project manager, I need to see some impact.
No, so exactly. I think this was their most successful job right here, I believe, because we see way more numbers right here.
Okay, yeah, so they definitely added a lot.
Yes, exactly. You see that?
This is what y'all was looking for right here. Mariaki writing switch upgrade.
Yeah. That's it.
Yes.
We seen that in the experience sections too.
He needs that in those other job
points. Yeah, exactly.
That's the same way. That same flow that he has right there, direct to bank, where he's using the high, like the boldness and then the lead, the plan, implemented, boom, boom, boom. Exactly. That's what he needs for the whole entire resume.
Yep, 100%.
John Doe, if you're watching or you watch this on the playback,
just that's what I'm talking about. Look at that. 98% client turnaround. This is dope.
What happened? Exactly. Yes. See,
I think they probably didn't have time to do their resume and just do the stuff on there.
But this was good though. This was good. Okay, so let's talk
about how many pages is this?
3.
Right.
Is this 3?
Oh yeah, you don't need to have 3 pages though.
I would take I would take all this off.
Yeah.
If it's not relevant,
nobody cares about you being.
And I'm
that was like 95.
I say like ageism exists. You don't need to highlight if it's like 2000.
Did I see 1995 on there?
Yeah, I took it off.
Like maybe like 10 to 15 years. Like that's it. Okay.
Like, I'm gonna take this off too because you're not doing desktop support no more.
Exactly. I think Scrum is good. So
that's
wait a minute.
Auto, these are fine. So this is what I would keep on here.
P&P. Well, they need to call that out that you got the P&P like in your name. At the comment of Scrum.
Bring your education to the top. You need to bring your education to the top.
I'm so goofy and corny.
You
I just thought about.
No. I think you should bring the certifications to the top. I was in education.
Anything relevant.
I don't know. I'm indifferent. Because I'm a different person, but I know it's different in like a non-technical roles. But I don't know. We do know it's people out here like making fake PMPs on Canva and all the other stuff. So you never know. Sometimes if somebody
you already know that's a whole another. Oh my gosh, y'all! Please don't do that. Please do not do that. Why would you lie? You're going to literally get yourself blackballed. We can easily search it. Everyone can search for your credentials. Like I also know
you're going to jail.
No, it's not a fraud, but I know people that got fired and then they got exposed from having a fake PMP going through that girl's program and stuff.
And other companies talk. So don't think, I can always find another job. No. You're going to get blackballed.
That's exactly what happened. They saw her tweets and they realized that the people were a part of that program and they were respectfully fired that Monday when she dropped it over the weekend.
And
I was reading some comments. What did you just say, Tiara?
So I just said that. So some employers saw her tweets on social media, and so one of the I think recruiters noticed that like that girl was also a part of like her program because she gave her a shout out a couple of months ago. They saw it on LinkedIn. When they checked those PMP credentials, they realized that they all lied, and 4 of them got fired that Monday.
That's crazy.
So
And if you're on Black Twitter, if you're on Black Tech Twitter, you already know.
They don't play.
They don't know. They just come around. They're actually no, it's not actually. So actually, Erica's more of their fame does not come from Twitter. They're actually big on TikTok.
TikTok, and then they're bringing it to LinkedIn. So yeah,
and then bringing it to Twitter. That's where like a lot of the misinformation comes. Because truth be told, most people are desperate, and they're so desperate they'll do anything, and you'll believe anybody who's acting like somebody's texting them about they got a job with like no experience. I'm like, no, like go to somebody's page and see what testimonials they got. Exactly. Like that's the easiest thing you can do.
And you know what I could also say too, what's kind of funny is even like with that said person that's creating all that, there's a few discrepancies on that experience too, because I at some of the same companies, and I know other people have, don't do it. Just don't. I would just say do your due diligence. And listen, y'all, God don't like ugly. I'm trying to get to heaven, so I'm not trying to like scam people and stuff like that. That's none of my.
And that's another thing. True, we don't have to sell anything. Our projects and our experience and our resumes and all the work that we put in speaks for itself. I will never sit on a call to sell you my service. It's either you like my work and you decide to move forward or not. Like you know, we don't have to. But when you see people who are like you have to buy my services or like you feel like it's a money grab, then obviously it's a red flag. But none of us here or any other tech gurus or people that's in our circle will never have to sell you anything because our work speaks for itself. It's like self-explanatory.
Exactly. I'm not chasing no money. No.
We trace the credibility.
Exactly.
Everybody mad.
Even like connect with like other clients. I'm sorry, maybe other people that also like experience that career coach because they could give you a different perspective too. So
yeah. All right. So we got Burner Boy right here.
Burner Boy. That's my guy.
So Burner Boy also has a summary, but at least they got some metrics in here.
Right. And it's short and sweet.
They're being actionable. Now I feel like
is it me or is the first sentence based like double space, like in between the words?
No, I think it's because they have it in like the format like that. Yeah.
I don't know what they got.
Because the second and third and down is like
gaps. I think it's a little bit more word, but it's because of like how the like the space and like the format is.
Right.
It's like,
But Burner Boy has what they need to have on here.
Okay.
And they did what we were asking the other person to do that had all this experience, but they weren't telling us. See, look, PCI DSS, ISMS, ISO 27001.
Yep.
I mean, so far they're getting right to it.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. I love using Spearhead. I love seeing it. I would just say everything's in the past tense, but you have it in the present. So just be mindful of that date. If you're not
if you're still working, you definitely.
And they use LED right, LED. And they go meticulous.
Let meticulous compliance.
That's all right. That's okay. We'll let it rock.
We'll give them a pass.
Right. But doing good. I like the word meticulous.
The only thing for me, I'm a visual person. Like this whole
I think their format got messed up some type of way.
Yeah. It's definitely like
it's throwing me off. Yeah, it's throwing me off. But the keywords are there. But representation, like presentation rather, is what's going to really like bring this resume all together. This is the best one I've seen.
Yeah, exactly. Because they talk about policy, they got governance, like all that. That's what we're looking for. So that's awesome. You got to play.
Let me give him a 5 out of 5.
All right,
Burner Boy.
Let's share Dunkin' Kong now.
Okay, who did you change these
names?
Yeah. That's good. Okay, AOL. Gotta be careful.
He went from real people to characters.
Right. I love it though. That's good.
I was just doing what I couldn't I was trying to think of people like you'll see. I think I got Chance the Rapper on here.
Hey, that's my friend's cousin. That's what's up.
You always know somebody. My friend Lee says I know everybody, but Tiara literally knows everybody. I'm telling about a person way in New Jersey. She's like, oh, that's my frats. Yada yada yada. I was like,
that did happen.
I gotta step out real quick. One sec.
Okay, it's cool. I'll mute you up in case.
All right, here we go.
She's muted. Okay, it's cool.
All right, awesome. And policy development and even leverage. Okay, so you know what, this skills section I think is taking up too much space actually. So
yeah, I think this is overkill.
Yeah, but you have a lot of like the relevant keywords here. I would just say like
let's see if they're gonna be in a professional experience though.
Right, now that's it. Okay, now here we go.
Okay, it's a review board.
Let me take this. Here you go.
Diligently assess interdisciplinary clinical trials. All right.
Yeah, I'm not mad at this, but I think it is really wordy. I think you could definitely try to condense this.
Oh yes. See,
A
like
cheat
the
code.
spacing. This is where the spacing would need like a little bit of separation because it looks like it's one big paragraph because these little tiny bullet points.
Yeah, exactly.
See, this is why I do the cheat code. I just name everybody's stuff as key accomplishments. So boom, it's just like everything is an accomplishment.
Yeah, that's what I would say too. Like maybe like taking that out and just adding it as a bullet. Because when I try to, well, my goal is when I do resumes, try to keep everything at one line so it's not overwhelming.
And sometimes, well, it don't matter. People know what the University of Tennessee is, but if it's a company that's also not well known, I should have said this earlier about like that person that's at the pharmaceutical company. And actually, this is a tip that I saw on LinkedIn, but I think it does benefit people who work at smaller companies. And nobody really recognizes your company if it's not like a Fortune 500 company.
Yeah.
Put like a sentence down here, like right under this, hey, this company does yada, 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 yada. That way the interviewer and also the recruiter knows like what that company does to see like would it actually align with like kind of like what you apply for in your experience. It kind of will help you out a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, they worked at a lot of schools.
Yep. Okay,
so they can stay in like education. They got a lot of good experience. I would say this is a lot of words.
Yes, a lot, but you're definitely calling out the words from your skills.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a comment in the
There's
a comment in the chat from Shy Cole.
What suggestion do you have for a person one again, but has a I don't know what that mean, a background history? Does that mean like you went to jail or something? So, or she's saying like a person that has a background. I mean, I don't know if it's a misdemeanor or a felony. There are felon-friendly tech companies.
A lot of them actually
certain companies will, depending on what the issue is, depends on what will disqualify you. So, like for example, you try to work in finance
because you can still get a clearance, right? With the I seen Simone post something about that the other day.
I don't know.
I think it really depends in terms of like what the agency is, because like if there are different levels, and also like what was a part of that misdemeanor. Because I work with someone, she worked at Meta. She got she had a like a misdemeanor and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. It would depend on like, for example, like Goldman Sachs. You let's say you had a misdemeanor or felony doing something else, but as long as it wasn't related to money, you should be good to go. Like you stole some money, embezzled some money, insider trading or something like that, they're gonna
like fraud and stuff like that, right?
Now, I just want to call this out, y'all. So LinkedIn actually has a filter that's called Fair Chance Employer. So you have you gotta like navigate to all filters and you can see it. So these are companies that say that hey, they are accepting people that may have criminal backgrounds. Just to share that tip with you all.
Hey, have y'all worked with this? Miranda Preston has a good question. If y'all look at the screen,
if you haven't had relevant experience in 10 years as a prior service member and a military spouse that was a stay-at-home mom, what do you even list? It gets hard not to get discouraged when you don't have a conventional path. What exactly do you mean as like a prior service? Are you saying you were in the military as well, or?
Yeah, because like, they definitely have. They got programs for spouses. Like they have that too. Yeah. So like,
and it would depend on what you're trying to do. Right?
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to get in tech or non-tech, or like you can start at a call center. Like maybe you have enough experience to be like customer success manager.
You don't want to deal with them people.
It all depend on what you do.
Go to level up in tech, or actually, you probably get a GI Bill as a military spouse wife. Hey, go ahead and check out Techpreneurs Club and get in the GRC. There you go.
Know what's interesting? I literally just posted this client a couple of days ago where he had a military background. He was having a really hard time. So like when I did his federal resume, like that's the one that's moving to guitar now. That got a 130K.
Oh yeah.
Cloud is it, y'all. Please get into it. Just get into it.
Get into it, seriously.
Let's see. What else do I got?
So Shako said, yeah. So you're saying that you do have a background?
I think we already answered her. Hopefully, actually, let me tell people to join the Patreon. So hopefully that helped her out. Let's move on to the next John Doe.
All right, let's get it.
Let me zoom in on them real quick.
Okay.
John Doe, and then I changed to Jane Doe. They want to get an IT internship.
Okay.
This needs to go.
Yep.
Also, so here's the thing with people that are in college, you could kind of maybe do a summer. Your education can be a little bit higher because
Right. No,
you don't have
absolutely. Yeah.
but don't put all this other crap that's not that
The coursework and stuff.
right. Now you can do if you do a related coursework. So this is the only one you've done so far, computer science or programming.
Yeah, I think he can keep that. Yeah.
Now, okay, cool. This is a project, but what are the details of these JavaScript projects?
Exactly. Exactly.
And a net plus is you got a lot of trying to like give them their own sections.
Yeah.
Give them their own. I'm glad you know Linux. Take computer literacy off. That's
But
you're
you
not
like
going to find it
repeating
on
it too.
job descriptions.
Yeah.
Take off this.
Like just have it in a whole different section.
You
That's all.
also aren't trying to do hardware stuff, so take this off.
Yep.
It's cool. Like, listen, a lot of people get distraught if they don't have like a lot of skills. And I'm like, listen, if you know one skill, if you know Linux, but you know Linux really well, I'm cool with you just having Linux on there.
So yeah, rock out with that.
You done seen.
I
Listen, I'm
would
gonna go
say
back to box it
too
again.
is to use your
Go ahead.
school as much leverage as possible. Like any extra credit courses or anything like hands-on experience that you can do at school to get them to help you with your transition, because
Right.
you're trying to take up space with all this like tech savvy stuff when you are still in school. So I would just not even focus on trying to get a job right now. Like you need to focus on building your experience because it looks like you don't graduate until 2026.
Yeah, so you still have some time.
That's a ways away.
But it's good. I mean,
Not,
I would say
not
that,
to say that it's impossible, but if you're going to use, your school, focus on that first.
Yeah. Also, as a person, well, I think Tiara want to go.
Oh no, I was just going to say that, and if they want to keep in some, even with some of this experience, like call out like what could maybe be like some like data analysis, right? Because you can still do some. I guess but I guess I'm trying to say, y'all, you could do so much that is transferable that you may not even know. But I would say definitely elaborate more on the projects. Like you could literally highlight school projects, or what if you maybe start to volunteer at a student organization, or try to like. There's just like it's like so much that you can do to still highlight that. But I'm proud of John. Yeah, John Doe. I'm proud of John Doe for even like taking that step, because John Doe is honestly it's probably like by the time he or she graduates, they're gonna have years of experience already. So I'm proud of the baby.
And some people
I used to work.
But
okay, I was gonna comment because they can also lean into this retail experience. Number one is look for internships in retail that are IT related. I think that'll be big for you. Matter of fact, look into Target. Target always hiring interns. They have some good stuff. They might want you to go to Minnesota. Also, if you can, try to find some different stuff you did. I know you just did some stocking, but hey, maybe you was employee of the month or you stocked the most boxes. Like try to make it seem like you stood out in these rows of Cougar CS. So that must be, I know they're in Houston. I think they're in Houston.
Okay.
I was going to add something else about them being in school for IT, and I cannot remember what it was. I think everybody was talking at that time, and then I forgot about it.
But maybe they could even like highlight class projects together. I guess it's like so many ways you could spend it. Even like maybe asking your professor to give you a project, right? Just think about what can you do. Because they know you don't got a lot of years of experience, but again, you want to show that you're really hungry for this.
The main goal is just to go back through these projects and find out a couple bullet points of what you really did here, so you can apply to them. And you gotta realize, hey, do you want to do something with JavaScript, or is that just because what you're learning right now in class?
Right.
Because you gotta pick one and run with it.
Right.
Because also the thing is, when it comes to colleges, you're throwing like a whole bunch of different things, but you may not know what you want to actually specialize in. That's like one of the things I'll tell my baby brother is like, you're gonna find out in college, you're gonna have to learn in college and outside of college if you want to get to where you want to get to.
Right. That's true.
So that is the IT internship. Here is the person that wants to be a quality assurance engineer. So let's go ahead and.
Hey, yo, I just did this yesterday. Like a resume on this. All right, perfect.
I don't know what's going on with they
building divine tests.
And this is something too, this is for any industry. If you're trying to break into an industry with like under 2 years experience, sometimes you just gonna have to take that L and take it for the experience and not the pay. Because people are skipping over or not trying to take certain pay cuts, especially if you're already working, like just to and not realize to gain experience. The experience is what matters. That's what's going to get you elevated
100%.
to the higher paying jobs.
100%. Yo, E is right, because you can't be demanding 100K, you know, like in terms of a salary if you don't got that skill set.
Yeah.
I
know what I was gonna say about the internship person.
Yeah.
Before we get into this one, internship person, watch my episode I did with Kenneth when he went from a daily clerk at Publix to like working with Splunk now. And that possibly can help you if you're currently still working at Albertsons. Maybe say, hey, do y'all guys know who does our cybersecurity or our IT department? And see if you might just be able to get an internship directly with Albertsons since you're currently working for them.
Yeah.
Try that route, because a lot of people sleep on trying to work with it already. Yeah, a lot of companies want you to stay there. So it's like, cool, you've been working here a long time. Go ahead and do this.
And you know what? I think I also, if I'm not mistaken, for that intern, I also look at Walmart too in terms of like another retailer, because they have, if I'm not mistaken, like a 98% conversion where you will get an offer.
Yeah, Walmart.
Okay, though, but
everybody like Home Depot too.
Yes, definitely Home Depot.
So this is what they got for area experience to go down here. I think this is a Indeed resume, to be honest.
Okay, yeah, it does look like. Oh, yep, you're right with those.
With those that on arrows, I hate them. First of all, you should have no more than 6.
Right, but I don't think they did this. I think Indeed made this.
No, yeah, that's Indeed's format, like putting it all together. Mm-hmm. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Okay, languages. Okay, window office.
So, okay, I would take this out because we already know what's in.
I'm going to say that was contradicting. I literally was looking at that. I'm like, hold up.
I think we all were looking at it. I was like, yo, need it, but the rest, I like it.
I'm like, okay, that has nothing to do with SQL.
You don't even have to really. I mean, people don't really use Skype no more, so I would take Skype out.
Yeah,
it's not a relevant thing.
This is where I said the self-explanatory skill sets and
here you go, Trello, X-ray, PyCharm.
You're just wasting.
That's good. No, she got some. She wanted something though. It's good in terms of like.
Okay, so she knows.
Zypher, Smart. But these are like I said, if you guys gonna list these like PyCharm and things like that, talk about it in the bullet points.
Yeah.
Don't just list it what you think sounds good. Talk about it. Like how are you using PyCharm?
Okay, so they did it right here. They just didn't do it right here for whatever reason. I don't know. It's just no consistency right here. So they got Zephyr, they got Jira, they have Catalan.
Yep. That significantly contributes to efficiency.
They got it right here, kind of. So I don't know. QA tester.
And they could definitely quantify more in this too.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the end?
Yeah, that's the end.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this spacing. The format alone.
I'm pretty sure they could probably get on one page. Yeah, this could definitely get on one page. Especially all them daggone things. Like whenever I do, even like when I listen to scales, I try to do it horizontally because I can fit more words in the same line instead of vertically. Because definitely get this down.
And they got the font way too big.
Right.
The font is big, too big for the actual.
I do like a smooth 9.5 over here. I got a lot in there, so that's what she said. But
well, I heard that. I heard that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we got another question. If someone like a trucker is making 150K and wants out for tech, I don't know what that means, or wants to get into tech, how big of a pay cut should they take? Let's say they are the only provider for the family and still must make 120 to stay above.
You need high income skills. So you need to do a specialized program like the program I showed with Techpreneurs Club or Level Up in Tech. If not, you're not going to be able to quantify why you should be able to get.
You can't just jump from salary
with no type of tech
experience.
So you can't just jump just because you make 150 to another job just to make 150 when you don't have that same skill set.
Yeah.
Right. And it's hard to do as well because you got to also realize what is your aptitude for possibly learning new things. If you're not that person, if you don't, first of all, you're a trucker and you might not have, you might have to.
They might even have enough time during the week.
You might have to plan this out. You might have to stack your bread and say, I need to take off to do this. If not, you may not be able to be successful at doing that just because of how much work it takes.
No, it's true. I'm literally working with a truck driver now, and he's getting hits for interviews, but he's still driving. And so I told him, I said, well, you got to like start in terms of like maybe scheduling like really early interviews late at night. But it's like you got to catch this because they're coming now, like for him.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I work with people that's came from trucking too, and they've decided like, well, they had a cheat code. They were married, so their wife made good money, so they just pivoted into like a support role.
Right.
And they're learning. So that's one of the things too, is like, this ain't meant to be a relationship show, but I don't know if you're married or not. But hey, if they can say, hey, look, hey, babe, this is sacrifice. I need you just to work for a little while. I might take a little slight pay cut, but after a year or two, I should be able to scale back to where I was at.
Yeah, you'll get the RI, and also too though, and especially when you learn all these like gaining these new skills. Like, listen, contracts, okay? Not only are like contracts, they're very lucrative, but it helps to like diversify your experience too. So.
And speaking of, let me run one more ad for y'all that need some security experience. Go ahead and check this out.
This video will be sponsored by Level Careers. It has a 14-day money-back guarantee. It's a 8-week self-paced course, employer reimbursement, and counts for continuing education. Here are some of the reasons why you can choose cybersecurity: high demand, job security, competitive salary, work variety, and fulfilling work. The national average salary of an information security analyst is $113,000. Your instructor is Josh Metacore, and here is the brief overview of the course: theory introduction, security refresher, security frameworks, security regulations and standards, security operations signals. Then you have these great labs with Azure, logging and monitoring, Microsoft Signal, secure cloud configuration, and they help you with job hunt and job hunt execution. Use my code to try out Level Careers. You'll get 10% off by using my code, and you'll be taking the next step in propelling your career to new height. Now back to our scheduled programming.
Okay, commercial. Thank you.
Man,
you better do it.
Yeah, D-script thing messing my voice up on those things.
It was great though.
So someone said, okay.
I have a lot of financial service experience and fraud. However, those jobs are requiring certifications that cost a lot, which I will be pursuing soon. What can I pivot to in the meantime? You still can go into finance. You just, I'm going to keep it a bean with y'all because this isn't a career 101 talk today, but a lot of y'all going to have to get on y'all Zoom and network. What you're doing now is part of that networking piece. Like, you're looking at the people in the industry and asking what to do. Go find the people that do the roles you want to do and go talk to them. I'm trying to keep it short so we don't get into a tangent.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say for Hershey, I like the name Hershey. I was just going to say Hershey, there's a lot of anti-money laundering in terms of opportunities. We look at like being an AML analyst. They may not require in terms of like all of those certifications because we already come from finance. It's a lot. It's a lot out there.
Yeah, I just
another one is on cover letters. Check out my video that I just posted 2 days ago on cover letters. But it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. But make sure that that cover letter is as parallel to your resume as possible.
Yep. Right. And then also too, use the same cover letter for every job. You should show that you did some research, whether you want to bring up like a current event, like basically like really show that you put the work because they can tell if you use like the same one.
Right. And just to answer Emmanuel Ajijo, I don't know how to say that. Hopefully I did it right. I think you'll be fine, I think, with those skills, but it's going to be how you sell yourself. I can't just tell you, oh, this will help you get the role. And y'all really have to stop looking at like soccer like it's just some entry role. Some of them require you to know a little bit more. Yeah. So some roles also, and what I've been telling y'all kind of last couple of months is when it comes to cybersecurity, a lot of these roles aren't entry level per se. They're actually for people who have already worked different areas in tech, and they could be a feeder role into cybersecurity. So you have to know that as well. That's what you're kind of going up against. All right. Let's get to chance to wrap.
Threat detection. I was just going to say, come on, threat detection for SOC. But yeah. So here we go. Okay, Dallas.
Take out that quote at the top.
Yeah. You don't need that. Right. And add your LinkedIn too.
Yeah, that part.
And make your links hyperlinks.
Yes.
I don't know how much. I can't remember when I like a lot of these I didn't really look at. I just changed the name. I didn't really look at them.
No, that's all right.
I don't know. Like I'm just experienced information security professional with a track record of ensuring compliance across diverse areas. Take out that I.
Yes.
Right. Eyes highlighted.
Take them out.
But I's good for cover letters for what it is. But
I possess strong proficiency in cloud computing. That we'll see if you possess those strong proficiencies. All right, you went to Howard. You got your. I honestly think if you got experience, this stuff is too high. It should be lower because you got experience.
Yeah, 100%. I always do like over 3 years. Put that thing at the bottom.
Okay, we got AWS, Akamai, ServiceNow, Jira, Confluence, SharePoint.
Okay,
perfect.
Take that Excel out. Take that PowerPoint out.
Excel, yes. But keep.
See, I like this.
Yeah.
30 third-party law firms. I like that.
There you go. That's awesome.
Compile and presented monthly security measures for 7,000 employees. Look at these numbers. Initiate security incident reviews, vulnerability assessments, corrective action plans, risk assessments. Okay, so this is what you're currently doing now.
Yeah, I'm not. I like the bullet. I'm not angry at the bullets. I would just say again, be careful of the tenses. Are you still doing it now? Because your resume says it's present tense. So
you don't need to list city either more than once since you're still there. Since you've been there since July 21, you only need to list it at the first since from July 21. You could take it out of
and then you can just put the different topics you held there.
Yeah.
Collaborated with global cross-functional teams. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I would say try to condense it, but it's good. Like
also work with Akamai personnel. I would like this Akamai one to be his own bullet.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards that too. Yeah.
And then you could talk
now,
about
is this a promotional type of transition, like from his start time or his start position to now?
I think he's not. I think that's what he landed now. Like he put information. He was an ISO.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So I see it.
So at least he started off as an automation analyst. He moved around pretty fast there.
Really quickly. Congratulations.
You got Salonis. See, you don't have Salonis up here.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Participate in meetings with the identify resolve. And you can even call out, okay, so like how many bugs did you resolve, right? Or what was the time frame in that? So if you think you can easily quantify this.
I think I know what he did. I think he want to condensed this in one page. And that's why it looks like that.
Oh, okay.
Because it's nothing else.
But that's good.
I'm about to say like it's spaces that we like cut out.
All right, so I'm gonna give you the free game, Chance the Rapper. Since you're in Dallas at City, we got a lot of banks out here. If you want to go get your bread, just go to the competing banks. I promise you, they're gonna pay you more.
Yep, and Houston's big too in finance too, for what it is.
Yeah. But not like here though.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
Because we got bigger like campuses here. Like Goldman Sachs is building a bigger campus downtown.
That's true.
JP Morgan's is huge in Plano. Capital One is right there in Plano. I think we got Bank of America out here. We have
there's someone in Irving too. I forgot.
Yeah, City's in Irving.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah,
okay.
City's
I knew it was something in Irving. I'm in Irving right now. So
yeah, there's a lot of banking companies out here. Let's see who's next. Did we look at this person already? Yeah, we did.
Yes, we did.
I don't think we looked at them.
Nope, not yet. All right.
Okay, this is IT support.
All right, let's get into it.
First of all, they don't got no hitting on here, so maybe they redacted it for me, but
that's probably the case because who like had the information on the resume.
You have a job. You've had a job for years, so you don't need to have an objective. That's number one. Your objective is normally for people that's like in school or maybe trying to pivot. Customer service oriented help desk specialist with 6+ years of experience of providing tier 1 technical support to users. See, you already limit your skill set to saying you provide tier 1 support, and then now you say you're a senior service desk analyst. It don't match up.
Yeah, definitely. You can remove that remote and on-site. Take that off.
Yeah. Because I would honestly
they need to focus definitely on their bullets, like adding depth in their bullets, not escalate problems to other support teams. That can be any type of position.
Yeah, because it sounds really general right now.
What are you escalating? What's the result of escalating? Are you doing customer retention? What's the customer retention?
Are you keeping the SLA? What's your first call? Like you said, first call resolution time.
Yep. Oh yeah. You got to definitely include that. Like I would say right now, it sounds a little too general. Like I could do this honestly for referral, and I don't have a technical background.
These bullet points can be for like call center tech support. It can be for
So his thing is all over the place. So look, we got 6+. We don't need all the just lead service now.
Yeah.
O360. You should know
check out me or
O365.
Tiara and get your resume right.
If you've been in service desk, You should know 0365.
Right.
Full
So you don't even need to
secure,
highlight that.
Zscaler. I'm done with it.
That's what I
It's a
said.
no. It's a no for me, dog.
Like
Yeah,
you
so
gotta
like
intellect, like
Take
adaptability.
2015 off too, so you don't want to. Even though you're still fairly young, you still can almost age yourself now. Like, don't
No,
put
it
your
happens all the
stuff.
time. Like you can remove it in general when you graduate. You don't need to see that.
Let's see. All right, that's IT support. Now we got John Doe right here.
Okay, let's get into it.
They have a security clearance. They're an Air Force vet. I don't know why this is right here. I guess they thought they was gonna name their stuff.
Yeah, no, sometimes people do that. It's good individual background. But that's good that he dropped the Air Force. That's actually good because people, they love people in the
They like
military.
the vets. But I don't understand why they said professionally study IT, cybersecurity, and Network Plus. Like Network Plus is a certification. You've been out saying you studied networking, but even then, obtained security clearance, demonstrating trustworthiness and a commitment to confidentiality. To me, that's not what it says. To me, you just got a security clearance because you're in the Air Force. Because I got a security clearance working service desk, and it did not show that I was trustworthy. It just showed I had a security clearance.
Well, then you can get it. That you're ethical to get it. So,
and I got it because I was young. I think I was like 21 when I got mine.
IT services and cable providing.
I could buy exceptional communication and problem solving. I don't care about this. Lose this whole section if you want me.
Yeah, it can be condensed.
It's too long. Nobody finna read all that. These are not skills.
Nope.
Take troubleshooting off. You got network. Okay, if you know network security isn't response SQL, show me. Don't tell me.
But you know what? Even like the bullets, it's not a real bullet. This is not like knowledgeable M. That's not an action verb. You gotta clean that up.
Hands on it. What is like? Okay, I think this is the one I was like, bro, what is this? I don't even know if this is a job or not. What is this? Is it training? Is it working? What is this?
You know what? It might be training because they don't have any.
Like training besides the Air Force.
Well, this should be labeled like more of a
because he's still in the Air Force per his resume.
Yeah,
so he's probably just doing random courses.
Maybe, but even then, you still can have jobs like, okay, you have knowledge of this, but what does it mean?
Yeah, he has to elaborate more
because he's doing customer service in the Air Force. All right, who are you?
John.
Help desk. You should find people in the Air Force that's gotten out that do what you want to do and talk to them because there's a lot of different ways, but a lot of times y'all don't prepare yourselves to get out of the military. Right now, it's not a lot There's not a lot that I can say to help you because you got a lot going on and you don't know what you really want to do.
You don't know what you want to do yet, which is easily readable. And if you don't know what you want to do, we definitely can't help you.
Right. All right, we got Peter Pan right here.
Hey, Peter.
Are you referring to the it's like this play of Peter Pan?
No, I was actually from Family Guy. Peter.
Oh, okay. Got you. No, it's a play that my cousins I used to watch when we was younger, like a Peter Pan. They said Peter like that. So that's what I was wondering. Okay.
I think I know which one you
anything in progress, leave it off until it's completed. Anything
I disagree. I disagree.
No. I think it's good to keep it in progress. No, I think that's good.
I disagree. I've had people like call me about like, oh yeah, I see you working on your CSSP. I was like, yes, in progress. Or oh, I see you got your AWS security specialty on there. Yeah, I'm studying it.
If it's within a certain time frame.
Honestly, it don't matter what. I ain't gonna lie. It don't matter what the time frame is.
No. I keep it on like resumes. I do because we want to show like what steps are they taking towards this goal. So I think it's good to keep. As long as you're not lying about it, don't lie.
Now I've had people who say, let's say they started going back to school, like they're trying to get their bachelor's degree, but they've been off and on doing this bachelor's degree for the last year, 2 years, but they're like, oh well, I need to sign back up, or I didn't pay my tuition to do like anything like that.
That's different. That's different.
That's different though. That's absurd.
But they always will put that like in progress or graduate and expected graduation date like 2024, 2025. Like if it's not, I feel like if it's not right now or something that you can actually speak to, then, or if you're getting a degree that's irrelevant to your actual progress, then don't put it on.
Okay. No, I mean, I could definitely like see what you're saying, but I still highlighted, like I wrote like a lady because she had to stop when she had a baby, but I still want to highlight that she did take like some courses. And so I just highlighted at the bottom, but to each his own, but I understand where you're coming from. You bring up a good point.
All right. So let's get back to Peter Pan. First of all, he has experience. You are studying for the OSCP. You got a Pen Test Plus and all that stuff. These need to be on the bottom. sir. Now the thing is like, and I know this person, so hopefully he's watching. I don't know them, but we talked before in LinkedIn DMs. I understand you want to do this stuff, but pen testing has not worked out for you so far. Just to pivot, and I know you're open to work right now. Go back to what you know how to do. Go back to doing this.
Yeah.
Like you're talking about what you did right here. You did use Microsoft Azure. Let's see what else did you do. Demonstrate expertise in proactive threat management.
And I feel like that's a lot
of
things
Pam. Okay,
pulls people back too. They rather, like, people who want to transition into project management just because they want to be a project manager, but they changed their resume. They interviewed and they got in nowhere. Is like, okay, why are you clearly this is working? This is not working for you right now. Either you need to basically like take a step back or broaden your horizons. Like, especially if you don't have a PMP, or if you don't have Scrum Master, or if you don't have projects that you can list, if you don't have like something to bring you in, if you interview, then it's like, let's focus.
Right. Yeah, he has these projects or whatever, but it's like one of those things where like technically they have experience and they can actually just more so talk about some real world projects versus these.
Gotcha.
Which is like YouTube portfolio. He has a YouTube channel where he is going through like either try hack me or hack the box type stuff, which is okay. But these aren't like actual like projects. If you really want to do pen testing, set up your own company and find some companies that's in your local area that can use your services. Because most job descriptions don't necessarily like paid or unpaid pen testing experience. You just need experience. And if you can showcase what you did for a company, you can do that. Because now you have your skills all the way down here. I think a lot of the reasons why you hadn't landed anything at pen testing is because like your resume, if you want me to be honest.
I don't see a lot of pen testing verbiage though. On here, I don't see enough. I mean, I see like a few, like I'm looking for like vulnerability assessment, ethical hacking, exploit development, right? Like that's what I'm trying to see. And then what tools are you using? It's like NMAT, like things like that. That's what I'm trying to see.
So I was started 2018. I remove this off. If you want to put one project on there, maybe move your skills up higher. But for the most part, just get back into security engineering. I know you're trying to find like a certain role, but just get in security engineering, find a company that likes you, try to move around internally so they can know what you're interested in and especially go that route.
If you're not working right now, you can't be too picky.
Exactly.
I feel like a question though. So like even like going back to Peter, I just want to know like why is like
Peter.
Like you see how like he has like the first bullet is bold. I don't know if that was by mistake or you're trying to call it out, but you don't need to bold that. I typically bold numbers though when I do resumes to call it out. But I don't ever bullet the whole like sentence though.
I don't know. I think he wants to show people he knew Microsoft Azure, but I don't. It could have been some other stuff in there. Like I don't even know if he has Microsoft Azure down here in the skills section.
Let me see.
I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
I just see that he's trying to put all these pen testing stuff on there, which is cool. But if you never got paid to do it, it's one of those things. Sometimes they kind of discount it. It's like you may know your stuff.
Yeah, they will.
And also, this is what I'll tell you, Peter. Try to find a startup. I have a friend right now who he doesn't have the most experience outside of like when he left the military, but because he worked at a startup a little bit last year, it's helping him a lot when it's coming to interviews. Because a startup you wear about 4 or 5 hats, and 1 month's of work is really like a year at a startup. So try to find a startup.
That's true. And then if y'all want to like look up startups, like you have websites like Ada.com, Built In, and then what's the other one that took over Angels? Like AngelList, Well Found. There we go. So wellfound.com, and Built In, where you can see a lot of dope startups in real time.
Hey, Katia. I definitely I can't remember. I know she's pregnant right now, so I don't know if she is pregnant, then technically she hasn't had a baby. I don't know. I just know she had pregnancy. She's expecting. So
hey, Katia girl.
Congratulations.
Yeah, she's the person we eventually have to get her on the show, but she's one of the people back in I want to say 2018, 2019, when she was talking about like her cyber transition and all the stuff that she was doing. So let's go where we at. Okay, yeah. Oh, she said the baby comes in February 2024. Okay, a little February baby.
Come on, February babies. We here. We are here. We are here.
Are you in Aquarius?
I am an Aquarius, and we're on Valentine's Day.
Can't trust you. Just playing.
No, you can address.
My birthday is next month. What y'all getting me?
Love and affection, sis. I got you. Okay?
I'm getting you a couple of tips. Staying out of dark alleys at night.
Y'all see how my friends treat me?
No, we're gonna link up when I get back into town. Don't worry, I got you, Bill. We're gonna watch
All right, listen. All right, now we got he used to own the WWE. Vince McMahon right here. They got a secret clearance. I forgot. This must have been their phone number, email. Took out their LinkedIn, which, like you said, you can hyperlink your LinkedIn. And I can't remember what this was right here. Oh, this was a part of LinkedIn. I think the thing they did not have was their city on here. So I was like, okay, where are you located? So this person says they're a cyber threat analyst with expertise in threat intelligence, incident response, and malware analysis. Proven track record of working collaboratively with cross-functional teams to prevent this. Just take it off. Okay, perfect. So you use EDR platforms. Cool.
Yep.
Develop custom SIM rules and alerts, detect with specific security threats and policy violations. Okay. There you go.
Yeah,
I like it.
I like this resume so far. This is good. You just got to quantify a little bit more, but
I ain't gonna lie to us. A security person, sometimes it is a quantify some stuff because they'll have some stuff in like the monthly and the quarterly reports, but sometimes you don't see them all the time. So sometimes it's hard to quantify. So you just gotta really be a little bit more conscientious of like your work and trying to piece it together yourself. Because sometimes
show the value of it.
Yeah, but I mean, but even like for this one, right? As a CT analyst, talk about maybe like how many maybe security assessments is it like on a bi-weekly basis? Like maybe like verbiage like that to get to call it out. Maybe call it out, like what was like the resolution rate, right? Like what was your success rate with this?
They got some past tense words in there too.
Yeah, I'm seeing that a lot.
I think I will tell you, so it's one way to look at it as past tense.
It's something that they did before.
Currently do so. Yeah. You can say that too.
Yeah.
Well, it's one way to look at it as past tense. Another way of looking at it is showing action. Like only words in the past tense typically are action verbs. So I think that's the two ways of looking at it. Some people looking at it as like in the past, and some people like, no, I'm showing action. Like I punched somebody, not necessarily I punched somebody yesterday, but I punched you. So I think that's kind of if you look at it like there, or he shot the shot. So I think that's what it is.
Because I use tasks that they did beforehand. That
I use currently like action verbs because it hits a little harder than me just not having an action verb.
Yeah, like conceptualized, constructed, like all that, advised, skyrocketed, whatever. All right, so you're talking about Palo Alto, Cisco, okay.
But like for that one where it says carried out regular security assessments, reducing the organization exposure, that sounds like something that they still are doing.
Yeah.
So something like that, like just being very careful in if you're doing that consistently or if it's something that
but to me that bullet sounds really wordy though. They could definitely condense that. It doesn't need to be 3 lines for that.
Also, I'm confused. Like, are you still working at Syntagix? Because you got 2023 to present and you got August 2021 to present. So that's kind of confusing.
Right.
Like, I don't think you're still a knock analyst. So clean this up. And let's see. You did this in 20. So I'm not gonna lie. So one of the cheat codes I do is I don't put the month, I put the year. Because a lot of times you limit your experience. You can put the actual month when it comes to the application. So let's see. You got 2021 right here. I mean, to keep it a bean, if you don't care that much about this IT specialist job, you can take it off and just leave this 2021 to 2022. To be totally honest. Okay, so they were in the Air Force, so they got out.
That's good.
And it's okay to drop things off your resume as time progresses.
Especially if they do not align with what you want to apply to.
Like that George Military College.
You don't need it. Unless it's relevant though, like if you're going for like.
But even remove the date. Like if you are going to keep it.
Oh yeah.
So if you want to keep these projects, rename them as highlights and have them at the top so they can highlight stuff. Especially if it's related to what you're applying to, do that. And it'll make more sense for your resume. And you're doing a disservice to the actual skills you know by just having Burp Suite, Metasploit, Nessus, Nmap, and Wireshark right there. Yeah. All in all, it's not bad, but it could just use a little bit of tweaking, but it's not a bad resume, Vince.
Not at all. I like the resume. Yes.
All right, let's see what
my tip for people who ask for resume help if you're not looking, I feel like because times change, things change, your mind changes of where you're trying to go into. But honestly, if you're not looking to pivot or change or transition within like the next 3 months, I wouldn't even worry about trying to keep changing your resume if you still plan to be working at your current job. Like, because I feel like you're worried about like right now, especially if you're not settled in or even applying, like it's kind of like a waste of time. And then unless you need to focus on where you actually want to go, I would say scratch trying to keep perfecting your resume if you're trying to still build up your experience. Then say, okay, I put in a year, I put in 2 years, I put in 5 years. Now, based off of what I know and what I've done, this is where I'm trying to transition into. Because people who are still working and they're just like, they found one role and they're ready to change their whole resume to now not even be interested in it anymore. It's like, it's a waste, essentially. It's like, what are you doing? Like, unless you're willing to change right now, whether you get a resume coach or not, focus on building up your experience because that's what's going to help push you or even get you seen where you don't have to randomly apply. You're going to get picked out of the bunch and say, oh, I see you've been doing this for X amount of time. Based off of your experience, are you willing to transition into said field?
Mm-hmm. All right, now we got Mario's girlfriend on here, Princess Peach. They want to be a project control analyst. So right here, they got the summary.
Yeah.
Expertise in financial statements, accounting processes, managed over 650 million in government funding for defense agencies and
That's
reported
what I'm
tasks.
talking about.
This is numbers. This is actionable. This is good.
Yeah.
Education. If you got this experience, though, I would say this can go down. I think
100%.
This stuff can go down because you
Actually, I think you gotta like condense some of that space because it's taken away. I think.
Mm-hmm. And you
the
also
font is way too big. The size of the font is too big.
Certified system administrator. It may be smaller. I mean, I got the stuff zoomed in, so
they got 3 pages. It's a 3-pager.
Yeah, you don't need 3 pages.
Yeah.
The private sector, keep it 2 max. If you're gonna have 2, that's it.
That's the thing. I think when I looked at this one, I think it might be more of a federal resume.
Well, if it's a federal resume, then it got to be a completely different format. You got to show like number of like hours that you've worked. You should show. You have to show the location. You should also even give out like the supervisor's contact information. You need to elaborate.
Don't you got to list like the GRC and code?
Yeah. Well, yeah. If she's still like on the federal side, like yeah, you need to definitely call that out. But it's like with federal, you need
all that ops consulting bullets.
Yeah, so like even like with this, right, like onboarded, whatever, to new hires, you need to break that down. Literally, each bullet should have 1 or 2 sub bullets to explain how did you.
No, I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying. Like I don't know. I'm just saying it's super long. Anytime I see a real long resume, I assume they're trying to get a government job.
No, they're the people that they trying to put so much experience on there that they're trying to make old experience relevant again. Like when people say, "Oh, I got some college credits." Even though they say, "Oh, bachelor's degree required," but they're like, "Oh, I got some college credits." It's like either you got it or you don't.
Yeah, I just think that thing with theirs is like this stuff was long. 4 to 5.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, so this might be, and then also too, if they were going for federal, they love seeing trainings, but you put all of that at the bottom. And then they also would like to know your salary, like compensation as well. Put that on.
That's too much. See, I ain't messing with no federal stuff. They ain't finna know my salary. I'm putting $1 million on there. 1 million. Match it. But they know a lot of stuff though. They know Epic.
Yeah, no, this is great. This is awesome.
Yeah. I think everything's good stuff. You're just too wordy on your stuff. I don't even understand. I'm not familiar with project control analysts either. So
yeah, but you know what though? But they could also even add some more like project management, like verbiage, or even more. Because I think that they could definitely add a little bit more technical skills here, like data analysis.
What are they trying to do?
Right.
They want to be a project control analyst.
They want to be a project control analyst, so they got to call more of that project verbiage out there then.
Yeah.
Yep. Or even like talk about
how we are not doing any more new resumes. I actually deleted the upload thing so people can't upload anymore because they were trying to upload now. I was like, y'all snoozed and lost. We may do this again another time.
We should.
We are not doing any more resume reviews right now. If you do want your resume review, reach out to one of the people up here and pay for the service, and they'll actually go a little bit more in depth with you one-on-one. So that's kind of like the answer on that.
But you know what though, they did have like a few strong bullets. I will say that, like managing project funds, like that's what I need to see more of.
Mm-hmm. So this John Doe is trying to be. Ooh, there we go.
Okay, IT support.
They want to be a identity and access management person.
Okay, let's read it up.
No skills at the top.
Or no LinkedIn. Make sure you add that LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see the meetings with general managers.
This is showing me all support stuff. I'm not seeing anything with identity and access management. I don't see where you configure users' profiles. I don't see where you did anything with like network drive, set up emails.
Nothing with deployment. Gotta add that on there.
Manage privileged access account, set up multi-factor authentication rules. I don't see anything.
These bullets are very basic.
So, they're not basic. They're just pretty much what they did as IT service.
But he got to make it transferable though, because he's right.
Yeah, like even an effective managed tickets within fresh service ticketing system, consistently resolving issues, like that's self-experience. That sounds like the job description bullet versus how impactful you are within your job duties.
Unless they want to show it as a win, then I would say keep it, but like quantify so they can see that impact if they, if they choose to keep it.
See, like, so right here, they said reduce hardware use by 20% and reallocate the hardware towards other production areas. That was a good one.
Yeah, that's
propose and implement a solution to improve production rate by 30% and achieve quotas more consistently.
But I'm like, actually, that kind of sounds choppy though. I would
consistently to what?
Right. You got to end it. So again, like, what's that impact? Right. Remember XYZ.
Maintain hardware quality through proper troubleshooting, inspections, and schedule monthly maintenance to ensure longevity. Okay. I would just tell you, based on your resume, you're going to possibly stay in support because you're not highlighting anything you know about identity and access management. Like, for example, you have
and you're bilingual like that.
You have Duo right there. You got BumGuard. You got some different software stuff I'm familiar with, but
yeah, you got to add that more in there because but I got to know that what you're doing because it's still enough. It's like a support tech. And you're right. You will be limited.
Yeah, and that's why you're probably not. If you're trying to bottom most, they're denying you.
Yeah.
So definitely you got to show that stuff. Let's go to the next stuff. All right, we got Whitney Houston right here.
I love her. Okay.
They're in Charlotte. Then they want to be a scrum master. So empathetic.
Oh, they already are a scrum master. But yeah.
I ain't never seen. What does this mean?
Bring passion, empiricism. I forgot.
I think about empire. I don't know. Like I gotta look it up, but I mean, I call that word salad though, because I'm like, what is all this?
Well, I mean, but that's what like scrum masters do in terms of like working with like team dynamics and things like that, like making sure everything flows, removing any like those team impediments. But that would be good to maybe have that as a bullet, like call that out as a bullet instead.
Right, because for me, I take things that's supposed to be understood as things that don't need to be on the resume, like team player, collaboration, all that.
Yeah, those
you gotta do that. I mean, but I don't maybe do like team development, like whatever, right? Like that's what you need to be saying.
That's a difference, yeah.
I just thought about something funny to do.
Team development sounds way better than team building or collaboration. Like,
just say you the LeBron of Scrum Masters. You know, put everybody in I would probably interview somebody just so I seen references to like NBA and football on their resume. Just because, like, you know what, you stood out.
Okay, agile maturity. Such as okay, so listen, like these are some strong bullets I'm seeing. Yeah, let's look at that resolving conflicts. Okay,
definitely good.
Organize, yeah, okay. Foster robust partnerships. Hey, Bone, man, she got some strong. Whitney's lit. Okay, she got some strong companies there too.
Yeah, definitely she do. I just think maybe like whatever those technical skills stuff she did, they need to live somewhere so they can find them faster and not have to go through her resume job descriptions.
Yeah,
I mean, sure they can do Control F, but I mean it's easy if they're right there in front of you.
Yeah, wait, scroll down. Wait, was that the like the resume is no skills highlighted there? Is that it?
No skills highlighted. So just certification.
Okay, yeah, you gotta like definitely add that back because you got like organizational. It's like so
Bring
much
those certifications to the top.
Exactly. No, I do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they got enough. I think they got enough experience where they don't really need to be up here.
No, because her summary, she needed to replace that summary with those certs.
Because she got 5 years of experience.
She's worked at some good companies. She worked at Delta, Boeing, and Fidelity. She didn't bring those certs up there so she can, because this resume still looks very basic until you read the companies that she works at. But it's not screaming senior at all. It's really not.
It could. I think they just gotta finesse it more.
Teams, but like call out like, or maybe like, so how many people are you really seeing or things like that? So
that's why I said just go with these, like the what she got up there, Agile. She had Kanban. How have you said all these things that I don't use?
Yeah,
like I said, put that up there. But I'm saying y'all are the non-technical.
Yeah. I've done some Scrum resumes and project management.
Yeah, but they are not hiring like they were a year ago. I will say that.
Yeah,
they're about to.
No, they're about, and it's also not easy getting into Scrum because I also think they typically want you honestly to have some type of project management background too. It definitely helps.
Right. But I just see somebody in the Facebook group talking about Scrum, and somebody tricked them. That's the thing. That's why like people test go get your Scrum whatever certification, and people think they're finna get a Scrum job. That's why I tell people like just because you
test, I can get Waffles can get a Scrum. My puppy Waffles, I'm saying, but yeah, like it's open, it's very saturated. So yeah.
That's why I said don't do these when you see you can tell who's doing it for the hype and for the titles and not for the experience and the actual credibility for long term. When people just say, oh, I want to do Scrum Master, I want to do project management, why? Like what makes you authorized to be project manager, or what makes you stand out to be a Scrum Master? Because if you can't actually break it down to be a proper Scrum Master or a project manager coordinator, if you can't talk about how you scoped out, done any formats and building out and using an actual Airtable, like show me how you build a project in Airtable.
I do agree.
If you can't do that, then no, you're just doing it for the hype.
Listen, I felt like admin assistants become project coordinators that are now project managers because you're able to highlight that because that's what they're doing, smaller projects. So you're right about that, E.
All right, so let's look at this other person. This is a bad objective.
Yeah.
It's not specialized. It's very broad. I have a go ahead.
No, I was gonna say if you're gonna keep that objective, it has to be stronger. Because if I see that, I'm like, okay.
I have a video detailing like all my bad resume mistakes back in the day, and it was like I had one of very basic objectives. I had stolen from my coworker at the time when we was in college, and I thought his was good because I didn't know any better. And so I was like, this is another reason why I wasn't really that effective back then. Let's go to your experience. Now, right here, I don't know what GleeSec is, so it probably would have been cool to have a sentence about what they do.
Yeah. Okay, we got some Splunk.
Coordinated asset and vulnerability management.
It's about to be a problem, man, in the future in a good way, I'm saying. So that's good.
I don't know. If Cisco take over them, they might stop being.
Oh, okay. Listen, you're bringing up a good point.
Added documentation for tools into knowledge base.
Splunk with federal rules, though. I'm seeing more of now.
Research and develop. And if you want to learn Splunk, my guy Kenneth Ellison at ECA can help you out with that. Do I have a bullet for that? I don't know. I'm gonna put it in the chat on where they can access that. Let's do this.
Oh, wait, is that the only resume? I mean, I'm sorry, is this the only part of the resume? Scroll down, Henri.
1 second.
Yeah, no problem. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I just put some in the chat. If you want to learn Splunk, click on that link I just put in the chat and look at my tech resources. I got 2 Splunk courses on there that you can learn from a great instructor on. Now, let it go back to that thing so I can scroll down. So, yeah, they're still in school, so they could, I think they're still in school, right? Oh, they're about to finish. Try to get you a new grad program or try to find you probably still late internship.
Yeah. You or even I mean, you also have like fellowships too where they can get. I'm sorry, apprenticeships, not fellowships, so they can still get paid while you learn. But this is good. I would just say definitely you just elaborate more on there.
I don't see how this is relevant. Remove this. This is not relevant. Let's defend. That's the platform.
Well, I mean, they can probably keep it like because I know sometimes I do maybe like in terms of like work experience. project experience and leadership experience. Maybe I would maybe leave it under leadership if they still want to keep that.
But he's literally just saying, I listen to cybersecurity current events and engage.
Okay, yeah, that's not enough. Like, how are you volunteering? Like, yeah, that's not enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it does anything for him. Now,
yeah,
if they spun Let's Defend the right type of way, it possibly could.
Yes.
Like what type of alerts these? I know what the platform is because I've used it before. So you probably could detail some stuff on there if you kind of get a little bit more nuance with it, since you don't have that much experience.
Exactly.
But you have, at least you got your certs. Take Splunk training off because it's not a certification. If you want a Splunk certification, go get like your core user or your power user. Yeah, so you got experience right here. I just think your resume needs to be better.
Yeah,
to be honest,
I can add
you should be able to find something.
Yeah, but I think you're off to a great start though.
And if you did, I don't know what role you did, because you go vulnerability management, Splunk. So instead of calling it, you might be like security analyst versus saying global operations engineer. People, sometimes your titles that you do aren't like the title that pretty much matches up with your job capability. So that's what I always fixate on. I have people that come from help desk. They'll say, you do a lot of identity access management. I'll change it to IAM because that's what they do. Yeah. You're doing more security analyst work, so you should change this role to a security analyst role, and you actually probably get a little bit more hits, because I don't know what a global operations engineer is.
I was just about to say that, actually. I think that they might not even be, honestly, their title for real, because I don't see any of that actually even relevant verbiage there. So because I've done global operations manager roles, but that engineering, is definitely a disconnect.
Yeah, it wouldn't line up with that. Like with global operations, you'd be overseeing operations are doing.
I was to say global, you only got under not even a year. So,
all right, let's see what Rick Ross is talking about. I don't think you need Credly right here, because that could be on your LinkedIn.
Yep, correct. Put it in your features section. You can.
So we got where you're at. Dedicated, diligent security professional with a strong background in physical security operations, pursuing a transition into the dynamic field of IT and cybersecurity, motivated by a passion for safeguarding information and combating emerging digital threats, equipped with a solid foundation in security principles and unwavering commitment to excellence. As technology continues to advance, I'm eager to apply my transferable skills. I guess, like I said, nobody be reading all that.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. So, ironically, we work with physical security a lot for stuff. So physical security can be a good way to pivot into cyber. Let's see. Not bad, but maybe you could talk about some of the other things you're doing. Like one of the simplest things, it's also like security and also like access management. I think y'all manage the badge cards. So making sure people don't enter places they're not supposed to be in. That's a big one. That's a big one when it comes to that with physical security.
Yeah, listen, I know a lot of them, they get 6 figures on working federal roles as a security guard. So yeah, don't sleep on it.
Yeah, they understand. I met with a couple of security guards. I was like, you actually understand the concept. Like, we want to go blue team. You just have to translate it over in the interview. Matter of fact, I think one of my guys, I think David did physical security, and now he is a SOC analyst. So here's some of his experience. He says he's known threat detection, built Active Directory, Home Lab, yada yada yada. All right. So one of the things you have to do is show these things in the project, because not enough just to say it's technical experience. Or here they go down here. This is a good project. This needs to be up higher. Take off these times, the years. Take out these organizations. Unless they ask you for organizations on the job application, you really don't need to include them. We don't care. I know y'all think I'm being blunt, but I promise you, them people don't care about them organizations.
Y'all, they're only taking a few seconds to scan a resume anyway. If they start to take a little bit longer, that means that you have a really strong resume, right? If it's going to require them to really just, I guess, make them interested in learning more about your background.
Tiara, feel free to post your link. I got your link and Erika's link in the description, but if you want to post it in the chat again, that way if somebody wants to click on it, they can.
Okay, I will.
Let's see. I didn't think we was gonna get to all these, but we are rounding them out real fast right here. This person had already redacted everything.
I'm back.
All right. We're on first name, last name. And I'm not, all I know is they say they are experienced in safeguarding IT infrastructure and system data in healthcare. They want to be a security engineer, but they may already be one. Let's see. Oh, they're not. They're in technical support. Okay. Courses, this, yada, yada, yada. Python, software development. Where are your projects at? Well, I'll sit down here. Take your project to the top, but where's your projects that align with you want to be a security engineer? That's what we want to see.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we want to see. Like how's this vulnerability assessment? Identifying potential security to the security team. No, you weren't doing that. That was what the VM team was doing. That's not what you're doing. Stop lying.
Yeah, and you know what? They're definitely missing like some more like keywords too. I'm trying to find like all of this, but in terms of like the different frameworks, we're looking for. I'm also looking for like different like encryption technologies. Like call that out.
Well, they don't. That's because they don't have experience doing it, so they can't.
Oh,
that's
okay,
why.
okay. Gotcha.
They got all this stuff up here, but I was like, where are your like? They have a project down here that is too low. Number one, because they're trying to pivot.
Yeah, they should probably move that up for sure.
But they need a project that's going to be related to security engineering. I ran into the people doing this a lot. They'll be in support roles and they'll try to throw some security stuff in there, but they don't. It's like a no-brainer because I can see through it. Yeah. Like, listen, for example, they said, hang on, I want to read this part. Deliver first line IT support to hospital staff doing security incidents, addressing phishing attacks, unauthorized access attempts. No, you didn't do that. You didn't do that. Stop lying. You didn't do that.
Listen, y'all. I was just going to say, it doesn't hurt if you want to even like volunteer, okay? Because if I'm looking at this as a recruiter, I'm looking for like different words. Like I want to see like IAM, like identity access management. Like I want to see all of this on this like resume and stuff. So
right.
Listen, it's okay. Even what he said, you got to take a step back sometimes to move forward, and that's okay.
And they could actually pivot probably into IAM or vulnerability management role as well.
Yeah.
But to just say, you can't say these are transferable skills and these are not skills you used in the role. That's why you need to come to me, because I'm going to just tell you just like this. I'm like, no. I have people, they'll ask me about a role, say, no, you didn't. Like, Janf, I know about some of these things.
That's a hard truth that people don't want to accept.
Right. You got some skills, but you definitely just need to reroute and focus.
Exactly. Like
you're taking up a lot of space with all this stuff. We don't care about this honors and awards. Like, unless you're trying to go get you a internship,
then that would make sense. Keep it, yeah.
Right, because they just graduated, so technically you may still qualify for like a new grad program.
No, they would. They would. Yes.
Go try to find a new grad program, and let's see. You did system database, structured programming. Okay, whatever this class was, the cybersecurity course, you need to put whatever project or something y'all worked on in here. If not, find your own project. I got the level careers, do level careers and do those projects in there. And then you probably be straight with like projects to have for a job. So just check that out. We're going to get to the next. We see we got two more. So let's get to them real quick. We got Andrew Luck right here. All right. Oh, Andrew. Andrew says they are a system administrator.
This is template today.
Yeah. Certification needs to be down low. I'm not gonna lie. I used to name the resumes, then I don't name them no more. Like if I'm applying, sometimes if I care a lot, I will name it like it'll be my name, the job.
Yeah, I stopped doing it too.
But like I don't name my resumes no more. You need to take this off, because I say you just pigeonhole yourself back into support with saying all the stuff that you said over here.
And I know that was also with ChatGPT. I know it because I see it all the time when I look at resumes when I go on these consultations. So
manage user profiles and application access via SCCM and Active Directory. Provide telephone, remote, and desktop support. I'm taking anything off with support most of the time if I'm trying to show them that I'm more of a system administrator. This is good. This is good. So you got some good stuff here, but you just gotta clean it up some. This resume is like the template is what's gonna really probably kill you. how can this is also confusing? Self-employed system administrator from 09 to present, and then 2022. That is very confusing to me.
That'll be a red flag to recruiters, okay? And anything where they see like freelance, self-employed, it's a red flag. So please remove all that verbiage.
Like, what were you doing before 2022? Because this is not system administration. You design websites, you configure operating systems, provide troubleshoot service. You were doing something else. Like, were you getting paid for this? Like, if you're getting paid for it, by all means, it's cool. But like, call it something else. Like, it's just weird. You like that you got it still concurrently. And you say you know how to do all this stuff, but I did not see that over here. So again, all I did see was SCCM and Active Directory, but I don't see anything about. Let's see, what's something you got over here? vSphere. You said something about Python. Where did you say anything about you use Python scripts to set something up? Oh, you'll see it right here. Script redundant tasks using, but I wonder what the like, instead of just keeping a high level, what type of script did you do? What was it supposed to do? Wireless principles and WLAN configurations.
Design websites using various platforms. What does that even mean?
I don't know. Maybe using GoDaddy, Wix.
Like,
but, I mean, that's
because nobody wants to guess. Nobody's trying to guess. You want to be as self-explanatory in the process.
And
because then you sound like you're getting caught up in the interview.
And technically, since you're still in school, shoot, go ahead and get you an internship if that's the case. We're gonna move on from Andrew Luck and go to Harriet Winslow real quick. I think Harriet Winslow the last one.
Come on, Harriet.
Harriet wants to be in talent acquisition, so I know you know about this.
Okay, woof! Thank God, because I'm so over this. Yes, let's see what she got.
Well, already
that eye out.
Yeah, I would say that you don't have to repeat with that summary what you're currently doing, because I will see it like scrolling 2 seconds down. All right, perfect recruitment. All right, now what I would say is you want to definitely, like, you're missing some skills, like I would say like DEI, HRIS. You want to make sure that you're touching on that. Also, like, oh, here we go. Even like industrial organization, like that's I think something new that's coming into HR. All right, let's see. Supervisor talent recruitment concept. I successfully reduce job vacancies. So like with the director of recruitment, right, you should be maybe calling out maybe like how large are these teams, right? Maybe you want to focus in terms of like what type of recruitment is this? Like clearly we're looking at baby foundation. All right, so like even like with this, I would say they're calling out like what applicant tracking systems that you know, okay? You could be a little bit more like descriptive specific. Here. Yeah. You got to elaborate.
As a director, you should be really honing in on the software.
I was going to say, like, yeah, you got to use like director verbiage.
You're saying like, director, yeah, you got to talk
like I need to oversee, lead, like I need to see that as well.
Top leadership skills, because everybody isn't like this resume isn't matching director.
Exactly. Like I would even say, I mean,
maybe someone senior. I mean, like some mid-level kind of been in the game for 5 years.
Like, even like I would even say
1999. Hey, take your high school diploma off. It doesn't need to be.
Oh yeah, you don't need that high school. Just put your highest.
Like, we assume that you have a high school
and your affiliations. Take that out.
Take that out. Resource certificate.
Learn out. Like, you know what I would also say too? You need to make sure that. And then with like HR, like I would even say maybe like look into some HRBPs in terms of like looking at those resumes, because you need to get more like business here as a director, okay? Because this is just sounding like a senior recruiting manager, like just a senior. Like,
tell them that you stood on business with the company policy.
Exactly, right? I mean, like in terms of like that, because director of
Oh, she went on.
Well, yeah, she definitely. If you're going to be saying director, you need to come through with those directed verbiage.
Exactly, like talk about how are you engaging senior leaders, right? Like that's what we really want to see here.
Oh, okay. So the person who I named, Vince McMahon, is down there. He said, "Thanks for the resume review." I was Vince McMahon. What's up, Sherelle? I ain't seen Sherelle in here in a while. Let's see. Where are you getting these resumes? The people submitted these resumes to us to review, Jay. I had put it up like last week that we were doing it, and the people submitted them. And they tried to submit some more today, but I was like, nope. We barely got through these 23 in these 2 hours. I don't even know what this is supposed to be.
And please be open to advice. I mean, whether you take our word and our advice for Bible or not, just be open for change, for self change. Your resume should basically be explaining your professionalism on paper. That's it. That's all. Like, is don't overthink it. Don't try to do too much, because when you do too much, you start not even making sense. And then in the interview, you're not even matching how your resume is in the interview. And now we're like, now you can ask a million questions, and you're like, well, it's on my resume, but you're not explaining it properly on the resume. So now they got to dig. And then you realize that, or they realize that you're not even the person that they thought you were, or even a match for the role. So now this is why you're getting rejected.
Yep. Speaking of that, this is one of my favorite hats right here, because it's my favorite wrestler. I'm thinking about getting the Stone Cold vest too.
I think you should go for it.
Go for it.
So we are pretty much at the end of everything. Does you guys want to say anything as far as where people can follow you at? Also about your services or your websites? Somebody just asked us how valuable is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is very valuable. I can't even share with y'all on YouTube how valuable LinkedIn has been for me, and even just job opportunities that come my way. But LinkedIn is very valuable. And Jay, right. Jay, we may, like I said, it probably some months from now or something, we may do this again, or we may have a time. Well, Erika is the only one that's like far away from us. Me and Tiara down here, we're like, we do it in person at the studio or something, like where we print them out and mark on them or something. I don't know. We may just try to jazz it up. We shall see. Or I just thought about a fun game. It's like whether you drink or not, but taking a shot every time somebody say responsible, or if you know it's Chat GPT. That'll probably be
God,
a late night resume view stream. Like what's that Leo DiCaprio meme when he's like he's pointing at the thing?
Oh yes.
That's what it remind me of. Sherrod Baker said open to connect. Also, guys, if y'all want to connect with me on LinkedIn, connect, but please send me a note. I have like over 1,000 invitations that are just sitting there because they know there's no note on them. And I don't want to have everybody on my TL. So please send me a note when you reach out to want to connect with me. And it's only because my following has grown. I don't have like a typical LinkedIn anymore.
Right.
So
same.
Tiara, you must have realized you was on mute.
No, I was. I'm actually still babysitting right now. So my friend said he keeps like coming into this lot. So that's why I've been like trying to get him out of the room. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But
Look at my doors closed, like, or my little girl started being here on the live already.
Yes, I thought the iPad would work, but Waffles is here. But anyway.
If y'all want to post y'all links real quick in the chat, y'all can.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time. Can you post my
It won't let us.
Yeah, it's not.
It should. Make sure you're not in the private chat.
No, it blocked us out. So we'll put it in the private.
Yeah, it blocked us out.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you post it for us? Because it blocked me out.
Yeah, just put it in the private chat then.
All right, bet.
Or you can also just go to inside the YouTube.
Or I have to do it on YouTube.
Yeah,
that's what I have to do.
Or y'all can just comment it.
You can go first. You can do your intro.
Ways.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you can do your intro, T.
Actually, I can just get them from the description. Let me do this.
Okay, that's fine. Well, all right, y'all. This is Tiara Swain. I'm the owner of Swain Solution Services. I have close to $4 million in salary increases since the last 2 years. I specialize in basically enhancing professional brands by me enhancing resumes, creating dope LinkedIn profiles, revamping this interview prep, and of course, doing salary negotiations. So my highest win has been $538,000 in salary increases. And yeah, like what makes me special is that I want to see everyone win. And I'm going to tell you the truth if you're not doing that well, okay? But you can connect with me on Instagram. It's _Swain Solutions. Connect with me on LinkedIn at Tiara Swain, MBA. And if you want to shoot me an email, it's tiara@solutionsbyswain. And my website is solutionsbyswain.com. So thank y'all so much for this opportunity.
Hang on, let me show that comment real quick so people can see it. JS said he might be related to you.
Intro.
Okay, now listen, Jay. Now hold on. Now my family's originally from Texas, but I grew up in Philly, so we might have some connections there because there's not a lot of Swains. It's not.
Swain is Tiara's related to the dude that plays Will in Bel Air.
Oh no, I'm not. Stop saying that.
And she probably related to Shay too, because y'all talk the same.
No, that's my girl. I love her.
Okay, go ahead, Erika.
Hey guys, I'm Erika, also known as Resume Bay, Coach Bay. My website is resumebayuniversity.info. I am also a career coach. I don't have a direct specialty unless otherwise with mid-level employees. So I do only work with currently employed individuals of at least 5 years experience. So if you are a student or unemployed, unfortunately, I am not the career coach for you. But I have helped over 600 individuals since launching back in May of last year. I have done collaborations with Recruiter Cousin, Bobby the Builder, Nate Wiley, just to name a few, obviously, Henri and Tiara. So I am still very new to the platform. I've only been in it for about 22 months, but my success stories are on my LinkedIn as well, my recommendations. Like Tiara said, if you're not willing to hear the truth and not willing to really put in the homework, unfortunately, we are not the career coaches for you. But I am very glad to be here and help as many people, especially people of color and women of color, as much as possible. I really see people doing it like me and having a great platform, consistently growing and learning. And also, once you're a client with me, you're a client for life.
Right.
So, you know, your investment with CBU is a lifetime commitment, 6 months from now, a year from now, because that's where I'm going to see the purpose of why I do this on a regular basis. So I'm here to connect. You can follow me on LinkedIn at Erika Thomas, Erika with a K, Instagram at resume bay uni _, and Twitter resume bay _.
Dope. And y'all already know who I am. I have not. I don't think I've
The goat,
did.
the goat of the goats.
No, I always call Tiara the GOAT. I'm not on like.
I am not the GOAT.
I think
I'm
I think my biggest increase has been like what 70 or 80,000. I think that's like my biggest
okay, and that's
increase
life
at one
changing.
time. Oh no, definitely.
We
And then I
celebrate
think,
all. I celebrate like
We celebrate all wins.
I had a
but then
client.
I don't know because then if I go into like the person I help him double his salary twice. So that's almost like the same thing. So it's like a quadruple.
Exactly, that's a blessing.
Yes.
But yeah, just to get
Super
my
blessing.
spirit, I really focus more so on people that are in technical roles, preferably if you're coming from support or you're trying to pivot into cybersecurity or do something else in cybersecurity. Those are my specialties. I try to stay in my lane so I don't hit nobody else. So
Mhm.
if you need help with that, my information is in the description and I can get you right. You can look at my testimonials. You can just work anybody. We just had somebody, they just got their offer. They got a 25K salary increase. They went from 50K to 75K. Good company, remote. I think they pay for all their health and medical too. So yeah, we out here. You just got to put the work in and, you know, change your life. So don't look at it like a service you got to pay. Look at it as an investment and your return on ROI. Return on investment will be a lot if you give it the right people.
And we don't gatekeep at all. We all share insights as why we have this live going on right now. So that you never know when you connect with us, you never know who we're willing to bring in to help you as well. Because like I know if I can't do it, I'm gonna send you to Henri, I'm gonna send you to Tiara, I'm gonna send you to Shanae. But you also have to be willing to put in the work as well.
Exactly, because and I would just say like rejection is redirection, and I would say make sure y'all praying too. I'm a Christian career coach, okay? So anybody that
same here.
And that might need to be your name on
I mean, listen, like I'm saying that is because I have clients where they receive fake job offer, like it happens a lot. So
man, listen. Hey, no cap. Like I was so mad for one of my clients. Like we're gonna get off here eventually, but like I feel y'all pain because the clients go through stuff. I had a client that had a job offer, and the manager who happened to be skinfolk happened to tell the recruiter that he felt he was too ambitious and decided to pull his offer because he knew that he wanted to move as a cyber. I was like, that's crazy.
That's not cool. Like, let me say something. I am the one that because I hope she's like an IT director now at NBC. She went through so much BS. It was just like interview after interview. It's like when you see this journey, you just know that we want to see you win. I literally cry on every client win because I'm emotional because I get happy. Yeah. Because it's like if you know their story, right? People could have depression, they could be suicidal. You don't know. And just in terms of the impact, I can say that I can speak on everyone that's speaking on here. We do not like in terms of like taking advantage of. We don't do that. I'm getting a lot of clients that are experiencing this Like, just please make sure y'all vetting.
Yeah,
Okay?
I'm the type of person that'll tell you if you come for a consult with me, I'll say I probably can't help you right now. Go do this, this, and this. That's why I prefer you have a consult with me first. Then getting coaching. Even if you're getting a resume, sometimes I prefer you to have experience, because if you don't, it's hard for me. Y'all see what we have to work with when we review these 20 resumes. I had I can show y'all another one, but I can't show you because they're like, it's somebody I'm working on. But it's very hard to do their resume because they don't have the skills needed to make it look good. And I'm not a miracle.
And I don't never
I'm
want to
not
be
Jesus.
responsible for people's certain transition. I want you to tell me what you want to do, how you want to do it, things like that. I'd rather you come to me with a plan and I help you implement it versus you just taking everything that I say. If I say, oh yeah, you should do this, then you do it, then you hate it. Now you're looking at me like, well, you told me to do this. Like, no, that's why you need the experience. You need the mentality, the focus, and the grind to be like, you know, based off of this, I want to do this. I need help with this. And it's a back and forth conversation. I don't want to always be the one to be like, you have to do this. Like, and then
no, exactly. Because
I mean?
honestly, like, we're giving them in terms of like as you know, career consultants, we're giving you advice, but y'all got to be like responsible, still doing the outputs. Like I tell everyone, like, I can help you, of course, if I connect you with the right recruiters, but you got to follow up. Because I work with, like, with me, I work with different types of people, y'all. It don't matter. Like, depending on your background, I work with people that have all. It don't even matter. I work with everyone because I'm showing you that if you want to stand out, like, you can, but it's just you got to make sure you're very intentional during this process.
Right.
Rejection is direction, okay? And also, don't accept that first offer. Don't you ever leave no money on the table. I can't.
Y'all doing a lot of the comments, but it's been good talking to y'all today. Everyone, please tap in and on a rewatch. Like I said, if y'all need help, the information will be in the description. And y'all go enjoy your weekend. And we out.
And actually, check. I do have a